Hello, everybody, and welcome to the S&M show on the Smodco Internet Radio Network, smodcast.com.
Potting at a different time than we usually pod at, which is a different time than we're supposed to pod at.
Thrown off, but we are live, broadcasting live from Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash, the home of the comic book men. My name is Ming Chen, sitting across from me. Jesus, she's crafty, she's sassy.
It doesn't rhyme.
I know. I'm not.
You're supposed to be like the Rhyme Master 1000 over there, Mr. Rap Battle.
The Rap Master.
Yeah.
The rap. I got nothing today.
We're gonna have to work on that.
I got nothing. I got no juice today.
Yeah.
You got the juice.
I do have the juice.
You got the juice.
You juice too.
I got juice.
We both have juice.
Yes, we're both juicing today.
We're juicing.
Yes. We are. Hello, everybody. I'm like way thrown off. I literally just got back from Boston.
You're always literally just getting back from somewhere.
It's my life now.
I know.
It's my life.
I know.
And
it's like wedding season for you.
Wedding season?
Yeah, you know, like people who have like friends who are all getting married at the same time, and it's like wedding season. Or if you're like a wedding crasher, like Owen Wilson.
You ever crashed a wedding?
No, I have not crashed a wedding. God, shit, I don't even want to go when my own friends have weddings.
Yeah, but it's more fun if you crash a wedding. You have no commitments. You don't have to buy a present.
I know, but like...
You dance with the hot girls.
I mean, like, I just hate fucking weddings.
Eat the cake, do the champagne toast,
I guess.
and then you leave.
I guess.
Yeah.
So potting season is like wedding season for you.
Every day is potting. Every day is potting season.
I mean, not potting season. Con season.
It is.
It is like wedding season for you.
To borrow a phrase from you, it's true.
It's. I always use that phrase.
I know you do. I love it. We can get that print on a T-shirt, by the way.
It's true.
It's true.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. We're gonna do that.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. So okay, like conning season.
Yes.
Does it ever end, or is this like going to be like every weekend for the rest of your foreseeable life?
Okay. Here's what's going on. We, as the comic book men, minus Walt, or sometimes with Walt, or one time with Walt.
I was gonna say, Walt sometimes makes an appearance. Brian sometimes makes an appearance. Yeah. That's nice.
We're going to comic book conventions. If you listen to this show, I've talked at great length about going to these cons and the adventures we get into.
And like 3 weeks ago, you were in like Myrtle Beach. Then the week after, you were in Houston. Then the week after, you were in Niagara Falls. And then the week after, you were in Boston. And this week, you're going to Philly.
I am.
I feel like you're like personal secretary. Like, where is Ming Chen? Wait, let me go through my Rolodex of places he's going to.
Yeah, open up your file of facts.
I know that like in December you're going to New Orleans. I know you're going. You're going back to Texas in like September.
I am very good.
But you're going to be in San Antonio.
That's right.
Wow, see, I'm like really good. Shit, I want everyone to know this isn't like written down anywhere. Like, nice. This isn't like written down anywhere. Like, this is not on our little like planned out outline.
This is from memory.
This is from like my mind.
Total memory. Wow, that's I appreciate that. So we've been getting invited to conventions. Usually me, Mike, and Brian. We go sign autographs. We kiss babies. We shake hands. We take photos. We do panels.
Yeah.
And then we leave. The thing is, usually most panels are 3 days, Friday to Sunday. And if it's far away, then we'll get flown out. And usually we leave on a Thursday. Sometimes we get back Sunday night. Sometimes we get back Monday. So it's like freaking half the week. But I always make it a point to get back in time to do this. As I did last week.
And to see your family. Let's just throw that in there.
And to see my family, yes. My family needs to know what I look like. But
especially on Father's Day. It was Father's Day yesterday.
It was. I didn't get back till 11:30 though.
Did your kids do anything special for you?
I mean, we FaceTimed. Does that count? And they're all like, "What'd you get us? What'd you get us?
Oh well,
what'd you get us?"
Did you say what'd you get me?
No.
Oh, well,
I'm the asshole who wasn't home on Father's Day, so.
Well, I mean, if you weren't there on their birthdays, that would be, but this was a day for you, so you really should be wherever you want to be.
I suppose, but you're supposed to spend it with your family. Wait, hold on. Did you go home?
I did. I drove home to see my father.
You hung out with your dad?
I did. I drove home to see him, and we used to have this tradition on like Saturdays or Sundays when I wasn't working. We would go to the local Barnes & Noble, to the Starbucks there, because he really likes their bagels.
Starbucks?
Yeah, but not even the Starbucks bagels. They're like the Barnes and Noble inside Starbucks. He doesn't like regular Starbucks bagels because they're different. So we had to go to the Barnes and Noble or the Starbucks inside of Barnes and Noble, and we get coffee and he gets a bagel.
the Starbucks inside of Barnes and Noble, not just the regular Starbucks.
Yeah. No, we like passed like 2 Starbucks to get to the Starbucks inside of the Barnes and Noble, and we used to go there all the time, Saturdays or Sundays, sometimes both. Get coffee, and he would get his bagel, and
then like grab a book and read it for free.
No, we would just talk. Sometimes I would like peruse through a running magazine, and we'd like talk about running or whatever. So I called home, and I was like, my father doesn't use a cell phone, so I called my mother, and it was Friday. No, it was Saturday. I was like, hey, I don't have to work until late tomorrow, so I'm going to come home and see Dad. Do you think he's going to want to go out for coffee? And my mother goes, well, your sister already got to him first. He's going out to brunch at your sister's house. And I was like, oh shit. Do you think I could like undermine her and come in before and like meet him at 9:30 for coffee? So yeah, I did.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I had to be the first child that saw him.
Yes.
So.
Good job.
Yeah,
good
exactly.
Job, Samantha Q.
Exactly. I love undermining my sister on Father's Day. Instead of all of us hanging out as a family, we allot appointment times with our dad.
Wait, so you didn't try to weasel in on the brunch after too?
She actually invited me, but I wanted to.
Are you buying? Yeah.
I wanted.
All right, I'm going.
I wanted to come home and watch soccer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I can understand.
Yeah.
I bet a lot. I
mean, like my dad, World Cup, soccer.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
It's tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
So conning season. So, is there like a weekend coming up? Obviously, this week you're in Philly. For Wizard
Big
World.
Con this weekend.
Mm-hmm. Huge con.
Huge. You should be there.
I'm planning it.
Okay.
At least one night.
Okay.
Not the con itself, actually.
No, that's all right.
But just the actual.
I can get you. Hey, you want to get in? I can get you in. I can get you in if you want.
Yeah. Let me see what my work schedule's like.
Okay.
I got like a weird work schedule these days.
Hey,
baby. I know Ming Chen.
Hey, baby, you want to come to the con?
So you're in Philly this week.
Kind of a big deal.
Yeah, you're kind of a big deal. So you're in Philly this week. Are you anywhere the week after?
No.
You are home.
I know. It's crazy.
So what are you going to do? Do you have like plans to bring your kids to the zoo or like,
I usually
like work on a car or
work on a car?
I don't know, whatever like husbands and fathers do when they're at home on Sundays.
Usually go get like Italian ice.
Okay. At Strollo's or at Ralph's?
Either or.
Okay.
I like. There's one called Strollo's. I think it's better. Yeah. It's not a chain.
Yeah, I like Ralph's better.
Oh, all right. Figures.
They have way more flavors.
It's not about how many flavors it is. It's about how good the flavors they have are.
Okay, who doesn't like cantaloupe and honeydew Italian ice? It's like a fucking fruit bowl.
If I want a fruit bowl, I'll eat fruit.
It's true.
Just saying. We'll go for hikes in the woods or something, or we'll run out and shoot each other with Nerf guns.
Not so Sunday. Geoff has said no drinking of the alcoholic beverages during store hours, or Walt will have your heads.
Yes,
we're not.
We're
drinking juice.
What do you have there, Samantha Q?
I have local, because I support local businesses.
Okay.
It's called Basin Bar. It's out of Asbury Park, and it's kale, pineapple, pear, lime, and ginger.
Okay, we're not just alkies all the time. We balance it out.
Yeah, no, we drink water sometimes. That's what we're going to do. We're going to shock you by talking about, like, we're drinking something revolutionary today. It's the best thing we've ever drank. What is it? Poland Spring.
Water?
Water.
Yeah. It's not even from a spring. It's tap water.
That's what we should have done.
It's not even from a spring. I got on yours. I saw you with that. And nothing against Basin Bar. I like the woman who runs the place. But I'm like, how much did you pay for that bottle of juice? It's about 12 ounces right there.
It is.
How much did you pay for that?
About $10.
Yeah, that's I mean, I like being healthy. There's a.
Okay, well, how much would you pay for like pineapple, kale, pear? I mean, there's a lot in here.
I realize they use a lot of fruit in its cold press. There's a process called cold pressing where it's a very expensive process where. Like, if you heat up juices, they lose all their enzymes and all that shit. So
that's why you don't
I realize it's very healthy, but $10 it's tough. It's tough. But I'm not the only one here. I'm drinking Synergy organic and raw kombucha. Are you a kombucha drinker?
I am not.
Do you know, for anyone who doesn't know what kombucha, it's like this weird fermented
tea. It smells like death.
And it smells like feet.
No, it smells like death.
It tastes like carbonated feet.
Yeah, it's not good.
And sometimes when you drink it, you'll get you'll get particles in it that they have the consistency of snot. But
I'm trying to drink over here. I'm trying to drink my
but I'm
normal, expensive. So, okay, Ming.
Yes.
Since
Yes,
we are both juice drinkers.
Yes.
There's a lot of local juicing places
Sure.
around here, and there's a lot of very nice, expensive supermarkets around here that sell kind of their designer
yes,
juices.
they do.
Wait,
it's gonna blow up. Look.
Ew. Yeah, let it explode in your mouth.
Yes.
So 3 wieners worth. So okay. I go to Whole Foods a lot. And they have one called turmeric, which is everything uses turmeric in it. And then they have like different ones.
Yes.
They have like the Japanese Makta elixir, the vanilla bean.
Yes.
A lot of theirs have a cayenne pepper in there, which I didn't think I could get down with like pepper in my drink.
Yes.
But as it turns out, I love pepper on everything.
Right.
So
Cayenne pepper, good for your metabolism. Really healthy for you.
So
Same thing with turmeric. Even though like after you eat it, you smell like chicken tikka masala.
yeah, I'm fine with that.
That's good. Yeah. I like
So how
chicken tikka
much?
masala.
I don't know actually how much I pay for those, and I drink those the
blueprint juices? Dude,
yeah,
those things are like $12 each.
yeah, those are like $12.
Ridiculous.
So now
for a beverage.
for 12 ounces,
You want to know why? You want to know
what's too much?
to pay?
Yeah,
Like for that, like I know how like it's like 3 pounds of kale and like it's a lot of vegetables. Like I would pay.
oh my god, it's so delicious too.
I would
You
pay
definitely taste
$5
the pineapple.
for it. But like, if you want to know why there's so many fat asses on the street now, it's because they drink soda. And why?
Mm-hmm.
You have fucking soda for
Like $1.19 at Quick Check.
not even that. You can get
big gulp?
You can get a dozen cans for $3.
Yeah.
And I'm not getting down on them. It's cheap. It's good. Ain't gonna make you healthy, but not paying 12. I can't do it. I actually just read a story about there's a well-known juice place in New York City, and they interviewed a guy who would go by every night after they closed and go through their garbage and take out the expired ones and drink them. And he was like, some of them were a little sour, but hey, man, I'm saving $12 per juice.
Yeah, I mean, depending on what's in it and how bad it is. I mean, I
It was
would get down
funny.
with
He's like,
expired juice.
some of these, and mind you, there are no preservatives or xanthan gum or any of
Yeah.
this. He's like, mind you, some of these are sitting in 90-degree sun for like 12 hours. But hey, man,
There you go.
$12.
$12.
Yeah.
So you drink juice as well.
Sure.
What do you pay for your juice, and where do you get it?
I Trader Joe's.
Okay. Which is notoriously a expensive place to buy food.
No, it's not. It's cheap. That's why everyone goes there. That's why it's all packed on the weekend. And
No,
you're
everyone
people.
goes there because everyone likes their like designer gluten-free healthy food.
It's not. It's
that
cheap.
you could get at like
It's totally-
Whole Foods,
it's cheap.
Wegmans, Sickles,
It's
or Trader
absolutely-
Joe's around here.
It's absolutely cheaper than everybody else.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And they have come out with a line of their own frou cold pressed juices. $5.
$5.
bills. That's
Half the size
reasonable.
though. Half the
No,
size.
same size. Yeah, you and your pretentious.
I'm just saying. I support local.
Hello, Muffy.
I support-
Let's go to our local juicer.
I support local business.
Overpay $10.
Ming Chen is a communist.
I'm not a communist. I'm not a
Did that like
communist.
strike a note with me? You
Because
like,
I'm Chinese? Is some kind of Asian joke?
you like looked at me like you wanted to kill me.
I'm not a freaking communist.
Come on, Lady Chinky Eyes. Don't take it
There's
personally.
being healthy and there's getting, getting sucked in.
I was to say the whole point of
You
being
might be getting sucked in, my friend.
the whole point of being healthy is paying for that health these days.
I'm just saying, like, I don't like that juice. What, $10? I don't even make $10 an hour, man. Like, that's criminal.
You don't make $10 an hour?
No.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I don't.
Well, okay, I barely
Yeah,
make. All
yeah,
right.
I don't believe that. Minimum
barely-
wage is $10 an hour. People at McDonald's are making $10 an hour.
I barely got $10. Get paid $10 an hour. I'm not. I can't do it.
Yeah,
I can't do it. Does it
please.
make you feel better?
It does.
Drinking that?
It does.
Is it gonna make you pod better?
It is.
Okay, we'll be the judge of that. Make
is.
pod better, then I'm
It
in.
is.
I'm in.
I swear I'm going to get really upset talking about sports later and
okay.
yell and scream.
Okay, we did that last week. It was fun.
I know.
It was fun. It
I
was a lot of
know.
fun. I will look back on like the video.
Because you're a communist.
I'm not communist. I'm reasonable. I'm reasonable. And
You were rooting for the Kings.
Of course.
We're local. Buy local.
Not if the local team, like the other local team, are a bunch of dickheads and their fans are a bunch of dickheads, I'm not rooting for them.
We'll talk about their fans later.
We will.
In the Facebook uproar about bandwagon fans.
So we're podcasting live. You can tweet me at MingChen37, MingChen 37. You can tweet me anything you want. And where are you?
Anything. You could tweet me at the Zen Librarian, and I don't spell that. So look it up in a dictionary. Yeah, if you can't get a dictionary because you don't know how to spell that, then I'm sorry.
Bust out the Merriam-Webster.
Yeah.
You know, if that juice makes you pod better, you might want to bring some with you this Friday because we got something going on.
We have something going on. I don't think I'm going to be drinking juice, though.
We got a huge event going on this Friday.
I don't think I'm going to be drinking juice.
Anybody out there listening in the Philadelphia area? Anybody going to Wizard World Philly this weekend? Anybody just even within, say, a 90-minute radius of
I was going to say 90 miles? Do you expect people to drive 90 miles to see us?
Yes. Live.
I don't expect
this is your first live show.
It is my first live. It's just my first live appearance.
It is.
Surprise. I'll be there.
We are throwing the ultimate.
We're throwing a fucking party. Let's just put it that way.
The ultimate con after party this Friday, June 20th.
Baller status,
7 p.m. at a place called the Field House in Philadelphia. It is literally, I think, a half block from the convention center.
You could spit and hit it if you had superhuman spit.
Yes. You could spit and hit it. I spit like really girly.
So do I actually. I'm always like jealous of people who when they're running like really hawk like a loogie and get like that dryness out of their mouth and they're like, I can't do that. My spit like ends up on my arm or like on my face.
Oh, good. Yeah, I spit in the wind.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, you know, sometimes I misjudge the wind. Like I pee into the wind and it splashes back all over me. Yeah, it's really, it's
terrible.
Not a good
it's terrible, but we are we're hosting a party.
Yes, in collaboration with our favorite brewery, the Duclaw Brewing Company.
We should have done like a multiple choice for that. Which is our favorite brewery? Call in and win a prize.
Yeah, that's easy. That's a pretty weak trivia question. So a couple weeks ago, I got a message from Duclaw. It's like, hey, would you like to collaborate and do some kind of event in conjunction with Comic-Con? And I had to be like, "Whoa, which Comic-Con? I heard a lot of them."
Yeah,
and I will be at all of them. That's true. I just need to know where.
Ming's gonna be there.
I'm gonna be there. And they're like, Philly, Wizard World Philly. I'm like, yeah, totally. So we've teamed up with the Field House in Philadelphia. Tap Takeover. Are you familiar with the Tap Takeover, Samantha?
I assume it's a tap takeover. We take over
all
the
that
tap.
For the non-alcoholics out there. What is a tap takeover?
Well, a tap is something that you get beer out of.
Okay.
And a tap takeover is when we take over the bar and we're going to be serving Duclaw.
Yes, and pretty much in all their taps.
Yes, on all their taps.
No freaking Coors Light.
Yeah. So you have to drink good beer when you come out with us.
Yes. So they will be bringing 10 of their best beers out with them. In addition, they will be tapping a special keg, which they have brewed, blended, and they have renamed Snicked. Freaking Snicked.
Snit. I like that.
Snicked. As in Wolverine. You know, Snicked?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like snickety stickety?
Right, like Snicked. Like, you know, when the claws come out. Yeah,
Snicked.
I
got you on that.
Okay. I thought you said snit. I'm like, no, not the golden snit. That's for the Harry
Potter.
That's
a snitch.
The snitch? Okay. Like, no, that's for the freaking Harry Potter party that you throw next time you get something like this together.
It's true.
You can throw your own Harry Potter. Oh, that'd be kind of fun, actually. And like, you're the super Harry Potter fan. Like, I've watched the movies. Have you seen that sexy Harry Potter Halloween outfit?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've seen all of them. There's like numerous ones.
Wait, what are the other ones? I've seen the Harry Potter one with the low cut.
Well, yeah, it's like the low cut
you get the fake
dress.
glasses.
But then you could like do like, you know, they'll have, you know, different ones. I saw one once that was like a black. It was like a sexy Bellatrix, basically.
Okay.
So where she has like long robes that are black and kind of like, you know, whatever. It was like short and low cut.
Yes.
You know, you could sexy up anything. I mean, did you ever see that that YouTube video, the costume warehouse, the girls' costume warehouse? Oh my God, it's hysterical. It's this guy. It's this fake place in like Hackensack or like Hackettstown or something. Yeah, I forget which one it is. And And he's like this like, hey, come down to my shop. I'm trying to sell costumes here. He sounds like a Brooklyn guy.
Okay.
And he's going on.
It's like a low rent commercial, like the one we did.
Like basically, basically. And
we got
the place isn't real. At least I don't think it is. But he's
it's a parody. It's a fake.
Yeah. So he's like, oh, we got costumes down here. So it starts off normal, like sexy kitty cat, sexy, doctor or sexy nurse.
Right.
But then it starts getting weird. So it's like sexy lobster, sexy Wolverine. And it's just like a Wolverine outfit, sexy 1900s steel conglomerate tycoon. And it's like this like Sherlock Holmes looking thing.
Andrew Rockefeller.
Yeah, like sexy Abraham Lincoln. And the girl goes like, I'd love to fourscore with you, something like,
yeah.
And he's like, we don't just have sexy costumes. See what else we have. And it's like sexy mustard, sexy, something else. And then the last one is frog. And it's like this depressed looking frog costume.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm trying to sell some fucking costumes. Come on down. It's like the most hysterical thing.
You're seriously selling this here.
I'm like, I love this.
I think I want to stop potting.
Go on YouTube and look up like girls costume warehouse.
Girls costume warehouse. Okay. Girls costume warehouse. Anyways, back to our event. We were calling it Kegs and Capes with a K. And Friday, June 20th, 7 p.m. I will be there. You will be there. Mike Zapsik.
In the house.
In the house. Now, I can't remember. Somebody came up with a flyer and Kegs and Capes. We're having
this is a hysterical flyer.
So there's a flyer with a superhero, which kind of looks like me if you look real close at it. It's on my Twitter feed at Ming S&M.
I can see that. It was
he's flying in the air and he's holding a keg, which I thought was cool.
Yeah.
It's live podcast,
Kegs and Capes,
beer pong tournament,
costume contest.
Mm-hmm. It's all this stuff. But I said hosted by Ming Chen with special guest Mike Zapsik.
I was like reading this and I'm like, well, Jesus fucking Christ! I mean, who the hell am I? Like, I only drink DuClaw beer with Ming.
The only reason we're doing this is because you went to the store and bought DuClaw beer and brought it.
Exactly. I read it and I was like, I'm not going to take offense to that because I'm not famous.
Yeah. So I'm like, wait, hold on. Let's
edit this.
So hosted by Ming Chen, Michael Zapsik, Samantha Quintus.
Yes.
Your name is on the flyer now.
Yes, I saw the updated version.
Yes, our logos are on the flyer.
I like it a little bit better.
Yeah, it'll be fun. And I did ask Brian Johnson if he wanted to come crash it, and he may.
Well, I mean, you can't even get him to show up when he has like a contract.
Unless there's a fantastic reason, and I think this fantastic reason might be this. If he can come and make fun of us, I think he's going to do it. So
he's going to come make fun of us live.
Yes.
Oh,
there's
nice.
nothing like that.
That's nice.
Nothing like it. So come out to Kegs and Capes, the Field House in Philly, 7 p.m. Friday,
right by the convention center.
Yeah. We have a panel at 6 that day, so I'm gonna be literally running over.
I actually invited one of my friends too, who I'm gonna actually ask to come pod with us one day. And he's an author in Philly. He runs like a whole bunch of like social media in Philly and this and that. He works for Quirk Books. And I was like, I'm gonna be in Philly on Friday, this and that. And he's like, I'm gonna be at Wizard World. I was like, well, that's okay because so is my host of this party.
So spread the word. Everybody invited.
Everybody.
I guess you gotta be 21 and up, I suppose.
I mean, unless you have a fake ID, then you can get in.
Yeah, try not to get busted, but if you really want to come see Sam Q live, then bring the fake ID.
Well, I mean, all those 13-year-olds are gonna want to come. Oh, man, I brought my fake ID.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Oh my god, I brought my fake ID so I can come party with you.
Yeah,
can I go home with you? I have a bedtime of 10 o'clock.
There were a couple of 13-year-olds at the last con I was at.
There are always 13-year-olds at your cons, man.
And I thought this was clever. One of them came up to me. She was like, "Excuse me, I lost a hug around here somewhere. Is there any chance that you found it?"
Really?
Yeah.
That's terrible. No, you have the worst pickup line by a 13-year-old on you. That's
I think it was bad. I thought it was
that's
good.
like precious.
It was.
That's like precious.
Is it?
Yeah, some 13-year-old gave you like a terrible pickup line.
Is it terrible? I mean, it's better than. So you're drinking. What the hell were you? Oh, yeah. So you're drinking a Guinness.
So you're drinking a Guinness.
Which one's worse? So you're drinking a Guinness by a grown man. So this girl.
Well, he looks pretty young. I mean, like not 13 young.
At the bar, he's like hanging out at the bar. It's like getting wasted at the bar. Yeah. So Kegs and Capes, spread the word.
Spread
already
the
open
word.
to everybody. I mean, you'll be there. That's all that. That's all
I'm going to
really-
be there, you know.
That's all you really need to know.
Yeah.
is
I'm
Sam's
pretty
here.
awesome.
She is. That's why you're here.
Yes.
But-
And are we doing a costume contest now?
Yes, we are doing a cosplay contest
Mm-hmm.
now. 3 categories: best overall, best something. Hold on, I gotta look this up. And best costume, best costume that relates to one of the Dew Club beers.
Exactly, but it doesn't have to be a beer that they currently have. It could be any beer. So I, wanting to create a costume for this cosplay.
Right? Are you gonna dress up?
Probably not.
Oh, you should.
I'm a little busy.
I might do it. What are you doing?
Working. I was looking at like other beer names,
Okay.
because like obviously everybody's going to be like completely uncreative and go with like Neon Gypsy because that's like easy, or Sweet Baby Jesus.
Great Neon Gypsy, Sweet Baby Jesus.
Yeah.
I want
so like I want something like original. Like I went back through like all their years of beer names and found some really good ones. So go on Google, look up some of their old beer and create a costume for those if you're going to come.
Yes, that category is called Best Dew Club Beer Inspired.
Yes.
So the one I want.
I refuse to be giving out awards to a Neon Gypsy.
Okay, but I will give out many awards to anybody who is inspired by the Great Morgasm.
Yes. That's a good one.
Yes.
That's a very good one.
Yes. Somebody come dressed up as a Great Morgasm. I don't know what that would look like, but I want to find out.
I have some ideas.
Yeah. They have a beer called Hellraiser. They have a beer called Brimstone. They have a beer called Funk. They have a beer called Neon Gypsy. They have a beer called, what was that? Oh, Dirty Little Freak.
Dirty Little Freak.
Dirty Little Freak. Yes.
If somebody comes in like one of those like latex like around their head,
like a gimp outfit?
Yeah, like a gimp outfit. That'd be awesome.
Gimp's sleeping.
That'd be awesome.
Okay.
If somebody comes, there are like really good sex shops in Philly, so go get a gimp outfit.
They're at the sex shop on South Street.
Go get like a gimp outfit.
Don't ask me how I know that there's one there.
I've been there numerous times.
Oh, you have?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure everyone that's like a locale in Philly that you have to go to.
I mean,
I went on like a class trip in college to the Franklin Institute, and they kind of like let us after we like walked around and asked questions and everything. They were like, "Oh, well, you guys can go have lunch in Philly. We'll meet back here." And like me and all my friends went to the sex shop.
Yeah.
Like that's where we went.
Well, I mean, they sell flavored condoms
What?
individually.
We've talked about this. Why would anybody want a flavored condom?
Why would anybody want a flavored anything? For the same reason anybody would want a flavored anything.
No, like if I'm gonna have something in my mouth, I don't want it to be wrapped in latex.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like
Just
my mother would be so proud of
Yes.
me.
Yes, you're being safe.
Yes.
What if what if what if he wants to put a Jimmy cap on it?
No, like for what reason? Please tell me for what reason?
Being safe. He's practicing safe.
Because I'm gonna get pregnant out my mouth.
No, it's just
Oh yeah, but why do you need a flavor on it?
to make it taste better. Duh.
Well,
Yes. Anyways,
I just don't know why it has to taste better.
Kegs and Cakes Tap Takeover at the Fieldhouse in Philly in collaboration with the Dew Club Brewing Company, Ming Chen, Mike Zapsik, Samantha Quintus. Friday night, 7 p.m. Directly after the con. Come out. Come for the Sam. Stay for the beer.
Come for the beer, stay for the Sam.
Yeah, and come if you're cosplaying. Come in costume.
Well, obviously you're gonna need to.
Yeah, the address is 1150 Filbert Street, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It is literally it's like 3 steps from the convention center.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Are you excited?
I am.
I mean, how are you gonna prepare for this? Like, I'm gonna drink a lot of Sweet Baby Jesus.
I'm gonna work. I have off the day before it, so I guess I could, really, really prepare. I have off the day of it, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, so we're doing a beer pong.
Oh yeah, we're doing beer pong. I suck at beer pong.
We're gonna have teams. It's gonna be team beer pong. So they didn't put this on here, but I was like celebrity beer pong. Like, me and Mike are on TV. We call it celebrity beer pong. Yeah, it's a low rent celebrity beer pong, more like it. And so it'll be teams of 2. I think we'll be picking people. And so I'm
really bad at beer pong. Like I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Don't tell me that now. So
I'm just saying, like when I throw it, it doesn't come anywhere near the cups. I have terrible depth perception.
Don't say that because you want to encourage people to be on your team. So I'll have a team.
I like giving hugs and kisses when people get it in the hole. So
okay.
that's not how I meant it.
Yes.
Mike Sapsik is looking at me. We're talking about
Come on,
Pong.
No man, there are kids in the store. Stop. So I will have a team. Me and somebody else.
Yes.
Mike Zapsik will have a team. Mike needs 2 extra people. He needs a teammate and he needs a surrogate beer drinker.
Why can't his teammate just
Drink all the beer?
drink his share of it?
He'll get real drunk.
I mean, I've played beer pong like that.
Sure. But no, we'll get somebody else involved. We are auditioning surrogate beer drinkers.
We're auditioning.
Well, we need one.
We're auditioning people now
Yeah.
to drink beer.
Yes.
What are the qualifications
Well, Mike,
that we need?
Mike-
I know that in any job I've ever applied to, whether or not it's entry level or not, it's always you need like 10 years experience.
Sure.
So I suppose they're going to have to be at least 25.
No,
we'll give them 4 years experience of solid drinking.
No, man, we'll do this Madman style. Voluptuous redhead. Yeah, apply within.
Well,
Did I just? Or no, just anybody. We need anybody. We need somebody. Tweet me at Mingchen37 if you're going to come to this thing.
or you could just raise your hand while you're there. And
I'd rather pick someone from Twitter.
we're gonna pick somebody from Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Mike Zapsik needs a surrogate beer drinker if you're coming out.
Shouldn't we let Mike pick?
We'll let Mike pick.
I was gonna say, shouldn't Mike pick
Okay.
who his partner is? Like, I mean, what if we pick somebody that we really like? Like, you would obviously pick like a voluptuous redhead. I would pick somebody with like rippling abs. Okay. Why don't we let Mike pick whoever he wants?
Okay, voluptuous redhead with
rippling abs. That seems like somebody you'd want.
Yes. So that's we need somebody.
Yes.
If you're coming.
And I need a partner.
You need a partner.
That's good enough to carry a team.
Okay.
But like I said, I'm terrible. But I'm really into like high fives and hugs
so
and
am I.
team support.
So am I after we crush you.
Well,
They're like
well,
boop, boop, boop,
how'd that go again?
boop. You know, when the ball lines in the cup.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't played beer pong since like college.
Okay. Well, it's like riding a bike. All you gotta do is throw a little ball into a cup.
I guess when I'm off on Thursday, I'll practice.
Okay.
That's how I'll spend my day off.
Getting drunk.
No, I'll just practice with
You'll go
water.
back and forth from the board and drink both sides. That would be awesome. And if Brian Johnson shows up and he wants to play, then we'll have a foursome. We can really
See, how come I get in trouble for saying getting it in the hole, but you don't get in trouble for saying a foursome with Brian Johnson?
I'm talking about beer pong.
So was I.
Okay. Yeah, this will be good. I say if Brian doesn't show up, we get a fourth team anyways, and it should be like a female-led team as well, so we even it up.
Okay.
Yeah. What
We
do you
can
think
do
about that?
Voluptuous redhead. If you're a voluptuous redhead in the Philly area and you know how to play beer pong, you could be the captain.
What is this? Know how to play beer pong? You don't need to know anything. You throw a ball into a cup.
You have to be good at it though. I mean, like I'm terrible. Like you are
Okay,
severely
I can't wait to see this.
underestimating my like beer
wait
pong.
to see
I was always
this.
really good at flip cup.
Okay, right.
Like I could like flip a cup on the first
We
try.
can play flip cup as well.
That's like a college game.
So is beer pong.
No, but beer pong is like played in fixed down the street.
Right, the EVS bar down the street, frequented by college students.
No, it's not frequented by college
Is it?
students.
No, I've never been.
They have a hip hop night and a Latino night. And
do you go to the Latino night?
No,
being Latino yourself.
I'm not Latino.
Being Latino, you're.
When I fill out a job application, I fill out white.
Do you really?
Yeah, I'm not Latino.
Oh, what, Portuguese?
I'm like 50% Portuguese and I was born in America.
Okay.
Let's not lie to get jobs, Ming Chen.
Oh, do you put white so you got hired?
No, you actually stand a better chance like if you put that you're like a nationality because that's like they don't want to discriminate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that white. I just put. I have the Asian Pacific Islander one.
Yeah, I was gonna
What the
say.
hell's a Pacific Islander? It's
Wouldn't that be like New Zealand
I suppose, or Japan.
or like Japan?
Yeah.
Well, Japan I would file into Asian.
Yes. So yeah, Asian Pacific Islander.
There you go.
Yeah. And you did get hired.
Yeah,
Did you come in and it was like,
I mean, like I generally get hired.
did they squint?
No, they didn't squint.
All right. I didn't know that. That's cool. So anyways, Flip Cup. So you don't go to Latina night.
No, I don't go to Latina night, but apparently the bar that we're talking about.
Hold on. Didn't they shut that place down?
Well, they had like
For,
a
like,
big
fighting?
fight because
Yeah.
there was like a riot and they had to call in like cops for like 200 cops had to come. But
How
it
many
was
people did you punch that night?
I didn't go, but it was because apparently like I don't know if it was hip hop night or Latino night,
Yeah.
but if it was
racist,
hip hop,
man.
I was to say if it was hip hop night, like all the Latinos came and like it was encroaching a territory
That's
thing.
racist.
So like you definitely can't have both of those.
So we have a bar where there are brawls. Then we have another bar down the street who serves underage people
bar is that?
I can't say the name. I can't disparage their name. It's the one like on the corner that our idiot friend is always can be seen at.
Can you give me like initials?
It's only like it's got one initial B.
Oh, okay. I would say that's on the corner. I would say
a corner.
It is on a corner. But
everyone. I don't know if they do it. They probably. I don't want to start rumors. They don't do it now, but in the past, from talking to people who grew up here, they turned a blind eye to underage drinkers. Where black people got drunk.
Well, that's where what's that place? Jose Tejas in Woodbridge.
Yes.
Like you could go there if you were like 15 years old, and you'd be like,
Isn't that the place with the big neon sign just says like eat?
Yeah, eat here.
Never go to a place with a big neon sign.
Oh my God, you've never been to Jose Tejas?
No, I have not.
It's so good. It's like the best Mexican food ever.
Is it?
Yeah.
And you being a Latina can say this.
I'm not a Latina.
With an authority.
I'm not Mexican.
I didn't think you were Mexican. Isn't like Portugal like part of? Is not Latino.
I'm like
country?
50% Portuguese. I was born in New Brunswick, which I mean, like,
Okay, right.
probably makes me like Latina in my own right.
Does Portugal count as a? I don't know the my geography is really
like
bad.
Hispanic.
All right. Okay. If you're
European Hispanic,
is Hispanic like Latino like.
I don't consider myself.
I'm just
Latino.
gonna stop talking. Here.
Yeah, I would consider like Latino people like Mexico and south.
All right. Well,
of that.
All right. Well, all right. My little pork chop over here.
Yes, I am a pork chop.
Yes. So what the hell were we talking about? Flip cop college?
I have
night?
no idea.
Hip hop night.
Now I'm thinking about soccer.
Kegs and capes, everybody.
Now I'm thinking about
this
soccer.
Friday. Did you realize it's in 4 freaking days?
I know.
4 days.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I'm working at 8 o'clock. I'm working at 8 o'clock the next day too.
Ooh, 8 a.m.
8 a.m.
Oh, can we talk about that? So we're potting early.
Yes.
At 4 o'clock because you're working tonight. And what are your hours again?
My hours are from. They're not going to go. I think we should be out by midnight because we finished a lot last night.
You didn't tell me that though. You said
we're potting 7 or 8 or we're potting. Yeah. I'm working from 8 o'clock until 4 in the morning. That's like what's written on my schedule. But like we're probably going to be out by like midnight.
Okay. Did you get a new job? I didn't hear about. I was like, hello, thank you, come again.
No, it's
like this total graveyard shift.
In retail, sometimes you have to do like overnight floor sets.
Yeah.
And last night was the first.
Did you do that? Have you done this at any previous job?
No, I have not.
Okay. So what makes this one so special?
A lot of stores do them. A lot of stores do them. My old job just didn't. So last night we set up like all the hardware. We moved all like the shelves where they're going to be and placed all the clothes that we already had. Right. This morning we got in all the new shipment, which they hung throughout the day. And I don't know what we're supposed to be doing for like till 4 in the morning, but apparently we're going to be out of there by midnight.
Okay.
So.
All right.
So I'm probably not working until 4 in the morning, but like, yeah, total graveyard shift.
You're gonna like throw your whole like circadian rhythms off, my friend. And oh yeah, he texted me. He's like, I'm working till 4 a.m. Can we?
Yeah, I'm like,
go earlier?
Can we like do this a little earlier? Because I'm supposed to be at work when we're like technically podcasting.
Yeah. Do they pay you more?
No.
Oh, okay. Michael Gaines here. Michael Gaines at STA Mike Star. My eyes are, oh my god, I'm getting old. Star Mike at Star Mike says the Zen librarian kick Ming Chen 37 out of New Jersey if he hasn't been to Jose Tejas.
I agree. We're going to Jose Tejas. Like,
Jose Tejas?
But that's the thing with Jose Tejas. You could like go there when you were like 15 and get like a margarita.
Okay, you could do that now. All right.
Are you 15?
I'm not. I'm just saying. All right, everybody. Go to Jose Tejas and you can get wasted when you're 15. Yeah.
Role models.
I don't graveyard shift. So are you gonna get out at like 4 o'clock and
well, like I said, hopefully, like we were asking like what we're gonna do today. If they're like hanging all the clothes and like whatever, what we're gonna do, and we're like, oh, it's like steaming the clothes so they're not wrinkled,
okay.
and like dressing the mannequins, which we did. And like moving things around, which we did. So I'm anticipating being out there. It sounds
like super boring though. Like if you're working at a convenience store, like you could have stories about crackheads and heroin addicts and alcoholics. Like the typical people coming at 2:30 in the morning.
It's we
I do like doing stuff till to like that weird time of night. I remember when I was in college, instead of studying, I'd be playing Warcraft at the computer lab, and I would lose track of time, and I would leave, and like I'd be rubbing my eyes, and it'd be like 5:30 in the morning.
I was just saying, like I actually last night my shift was like from from like 4:30 until midnight,
Yeah.
or it was like 11:45, and we got out like closer to 11:45, and it was actually like fun. Like the store was closed, you know,
Nothing else is open.
yeah, like, but we didn't have to worry about like talking to people or selling things. Like we each got our own like wall to change. And like we just did it, and it was just like, you know, there was no one like that was like distracting you. There was no one, you know, doing anything. We just got to work.
Wait, are you like dressing mannequins and stuff? So do you ever like dress a mannequin and you think back to like that first episode of Doctor Who, with the plastic.
Oh yeah. We were talking about how
the Christopher
like,
Eccleston.
I was just saying, yeah, we were talking about actually like the movie
you.
Mannequin. And
with what's her name?
Kim Cattrall. Yeah, and we were talking about like when she would come to life and, you know, do things, and we were
like do things. Yes, I remember that. I was leaning more towards sci-fi and Doctor Who. And before you get impressed, but you know, because I didn't watch the show. Before you get impressed, I've seen an episode and a half, so I've seen.
So why do you keep watching?
I had to go to Boston. I had to go to Boston, yo. Like, I go to like Fenway and park my car and whatever. Anyway,
Park your car.
Park my car.
Park your car.
When was the last time you stayed up that late? Like you didn't sleep and over like
2 weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you drinking?
No, I just
How drunk were you?
Sometimes I get like insomnia.
Really?
Yeah.
And what did you do the whole time?
Watch TV, tried to go to sleep, drew.
Okay, cool.
Cried probably.
You cry a lot.
I do. I've been having like a rough time lately.
Have you?
A little bit.
That's why I have you here every week. It's like
therapy. Yeah,
if you want to talk about it, feel free. I'm sure it's not, it's probably not for public consumption. So, I don't like it when you cry though. This is what it sounds like when the doves cry. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I've seen you cry. It sucks.
Really? Have you?
Yeah.
When?
I've seen you cry.
When did you see me cry?
You were actually here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, whatever.
Well, yeah.
Yes. So you want to hear about my trip?
I do. Let's
you
actually.
Really want to hear about my trip?
I do.
I feel bad because every week, like, I go on a trip and then I tell you about it, and I'm just like, blah blah. And I did this.
Let's talk about sports first, and then we'll talk about your trip.
Okay. Where you want to go first? You want to talk about World Cup soccer, or you talk, the awesome ending to the NHL 2014 season?
We could talk about the not awesome ending to the 2014 NHL
You just had one of the
season.
biggest Ranger fans walk by us, by the way.
Who was it?
That was Marco, who works here.
Oh yeah,
Big Rangers fan.
Yeah,
he's probably one of the coolest Ranger fans I know, though.
They
do exist.
They
like
do.
Him,
they do.
Our UPS guy is a really cool Rangers fan.
Yeah, they exist. It's just most of them
are like, Devils suck.
Well, they do.
Yes, lately they have, but not all. When they were doing good, it was still like, Devils suck.
Well, because they're Rangers fans. Are you really gonna like? Whatever. Let's not get into that.
Okay.
Can I just say, you know how like the NHL has for the Stanley Cup the hashtag because it's the cup.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Can I set? Usually I don't reply to these things, but can I just set this fool straight right here?
Which fool?
This fool, our listener here, Joseph Zapata, who's gotten on me for being Asian, by the way.
He doesn't like soccer, so he doesn't like when we talk about soccer.
Like anything
he doesn't like hockey, so he doesn't like when we talk about hockey.
You guys talk about Doctor Who every episode. No one cares.
We definitely don't talk about Doctor Who every episode.
Please set this fool straight, please.
Yeah, we definitely don't ever talk about Doctor Who. Like occasionally we'll talk about a doctor that you've seen at a con.
Yes.
But he's actually always like tweeting at me like, "Oh, Ming's such a fool. You should pod with me." Or the one before, he was like, "Oh, you should choose me. I'll destroy Ming."
Yes.
And like, I don't know how many languages I have to say this in, but Ming is my friend. I'm gonna take his side over anybody's.
Unless we're pitted against each other, which we will at beer pong in 4 days at the field house.
Then I want to watch you burn slowly. Yeah, but
is this guy local? Dude, come to the party, man. That'd be awesome.
I have no idea, but he's like always picking on you.
I know.
I mean, like always picking on you, and I mean, like people always
caught the
pick
Brian
on
Johnson virus.
I know. You mean his penis doesn't work?
Yes.
Okay.
He has. Drizzt Door Unden.
Yes.
Drizzt T8 says Portugal is next to Spain.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Iberian Peninsula, not Hispanic.
That's what I'm saying. It's
you guys need to travel dumb like a blonde.
Technically, I've heard people from Spain refer to themselves as European Hispanic.
Okay.
And I don't agree with that. That's what I was saying
European
before.
Hispanic.
European Hispanic.
It
And
sounds
I'm
like some kind of made up marketing.
that's what I said. I'm like, that's not European Hispanic. That's European.
Okay.
Period.
All right. So what the hell were we talking about? Oh, Boston. And,
No. We were talking about
world hockey.
Yeah. So the NHL, they have their hashtag because it's the Cup. I'm really appreciating whoever came up with because it's the World Cup.
Oh, okay. Just add the word world.
Yeah, I love it.
yeah.
It's like my new favorite thing.
How much do you think NHL paid for that tagline from some high priced marketing firm too? They probably got paid like $100,000. Let's just say they did. This is that marketing company got paid $100,000.
Oh yeah, with that. Definitely. I was totally about it, so they should just be happy. But it made it really easy now too, because now instead of hashtagging because it's the Cup, I can just hashtag because it's the World Cup, and I don't really have to think too much.
Right. Like if you were like blinding drunk, you could hashtag.
Yeah,
that.
but I mean, like, it's more like because it's the Cup already comes up.
Yes.
So I just
world
back up a little bit, and
All right.
Once I type BE, it just pops up.
Right. But before anybody even cared about the World Cup, there was hockey.
There was hockey.
NHL hockey.
There was hockey. So let's talk about how happy you are and how upset I am.
Okay, Friday night, Game 5, Stanley Cup Finals. Fantastic game.
Let's talk about Game 4.
Okay, let's talk about Game 4.
Everyone thought that the LA was going to sweep.
Yes.
And I have a problem with anyone who is excited. That's not an LA fan. LA fans, I'll give it to them because they're LA fans and obviously they want their team to win.
They get there during the second period, they leave before the third.
Yeah, exactly. Anybody who is not an LA fan should not have, even if you are a Devils fan, even if you were any fan of any other team.
Yes.
Why would you want a sweep in the NHL Stanley Cup Finals? Like, you want 7 games of good hockey. Who wants to watch a sweep in the finals?
Why would I want to sweep?
Yeah.
I want to see the Rangers lose.
Even if, the Rangers are like probably more of a rival to the Bruins than they really are to the Devils these days.
Why? Is it original 6?
Beside like a local, like, I don't know. It's just.
Why do you say that?
Because the Devils really aren't on that level anymore.
Whatever.
I'm just saying, like, I wanted, the Rangers to win. I'm not like
Boston doesn't have a real rival. What, Montreal, the Canadians, like, ole.
Yeah, it must be tough to be so good that we don't have rivals.
You need a rivalry.
No, exactly. You always need a rivalry.
There's no good without evil, my friend, and that evil is called the New York Rangers.
I'm just saying. Nobody wants to watch. Okay, watching that series at Game 3, it was clear that the Kings were winning the Stanley Cup. It was clear. So why wouldn't you just want maybe the Rangers to win 2 more to kind of spice up the Stanley Cup Finals, amp it up a little bit more, make hockey look a little bit better?
I didn't even want that chance that
like
they could come back.
I don't understand anybody who loves the game, who loves the game of hockey. That's like, oh man, I want to watch a sweep. Like, you want 4 games in the Stanley Cup Finals? I want hockey to last as long as it's going to last. 7 games.
Why would I want to see a sweep so I can freaking rub it? I can push their faces down it and rub it in. That's what I want.
Okay, so you're a Devils fan, and you're going to be like, oh man, you guys lost the Stanley Cup Finals. Dude, how far did the Devils make it in the playoffs?
In the end, it doesn't matter. No one cares.
No, it does. Place. It does matter.
No one cares about second place.
Yeah, and nobody cares about the team that didn't even make it into placement.
Sure, absolutely, but no one cares about second place.
So,
either.
Neither one of you is any better than the other.
Even you mentioned this. Like, how great is to see the team you hate make it all the way and lose?
I agree.
Awesome, right?
But in 4 games, no one wants to see a sweep in the finals.
You wouldn't want to see Boston sweep?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
And that's like, I mean, part of me would just be happy if they swept because it would be over. That's why I said LA fans, they're exempt from that because they obviously want their team to win. But like, if you're not a fan of LA, why would you want to sweep? You should just want 7. You should
not a fan of the New York Rangers.
I know, but you should just want as many games as possible.
If it was, like LA versus, like, I don't know, like Minnesota or LA versus like the Capitals, then I wouldn't care. I wouldn't give a shit. But LA versus New York Rangers, yeah, I wanted the sweep.
You're terrible.
I wanted the sweep.
You're terrible.
But I'm glad I didn't sweep because that Game 5 was awesome.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Game 5 was amazing.
And imagine how awesome Game 6 or Game 7 would have been had we got there.
Yeah.
I mean, Game 7s are like amazing games. There's a completely different level of play. There's a completely different level of like need. And like, you sold out and you wanted it like 3 games earlier.
I did.
Oh, that's terrible.
I did.
That's terrible. That's Devils fans etiquette.
In theory, yes, the sweep sucks. But in practice, when the Rangers are involved, it's amazing.
Well, here's my problem with Rangers fans now. Yes. Now, as soon as the series ended, I went back to hating them because of what I read on Facebook the next day.
What did you read?
So, I mean, I rooted for the Rangers. Okay. As a lot of people, once your team is out, you automatically choose another team to kind of not necessarily become a fan of.
No, but to cheer for. Yeah,
to cheer for.
Put some emotional investment in it.
Exactly. For me, it was the Rangers because of Martin St. Louis, because
his mom.
Yeah, I thought it was a good story, and I like him as a player. Okay. I think he's an upstanding character. For me, it was him, and I really just I threw a lot of
good apple in a bad bunch does not make a good bunch of apples.
Anyway, so I threw my support behind the team. So the next day, I go on Facebook, and I didn't say anything on Facebook about it. I rarely try and get into hockey debates with people because people are just dumb on Facebook.
Especially for two teams you really don't care
Exactly. About. I really don't care. I'm not going to support the Rangers. I like Martin St. Louis. If he was on a different team, I would like him as much.
Okay. Sure.
So I go on Facebook the next day, and 3 of my very outspoken Ranger fans were like, oh, well, it's a good thing the series is over, so all these bandwagon fans could just get back to their own team. And then they would list their names. I'm talking specifically about this person, this person, this person. And I'm
Mike Zapsik.
Yeah, and I'm just
Mike Zapsik.
I'm looking at this, and
Rob Bruce.
I'm like, the Rangers fans need to be a little more humbled that people would even want to root for that shit of a team.
Right, exactly.
Because no one would want to root for them other than the fact that their teams were out. And here you have these people oh, well, we don't need your fans. You're going to be upset that people are trying, people are rallying with you in support of your team.
People leap off the bandwagon. I get it.
But that's the thing. Nobody is a bandwagon fan in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Yeah, there are. There are people who are going to be oh man, I love LA. I'm going to become a fan of LA.
Always bandwagon
That's
fans.
A bandwagon fan. But me saying I support the Rangers because Boston out. That's not a bandwagon fan. No. That's throwing my support somewhere else.
Sure.
But no. As soon as I read that 4 times on Facebook, I was like, man, the Rangers just fucking suck. So I went back to that state of mind.
We feel the same. We don't.
Now we feel the same. It's not, 3 days ago, we didn't feel the same.
Really, the team. It's the fans. It's the fans that I despise.
Okay, well, that's fair enough. With the Devils, I really just hate the team.
I mean, how can you hate Devils fans? There aren't really that many of them.
I was gonna say, there's not that many. With Rangers fans, it's like shooting fish in a barrel.
Yeah, well, like I've mentioned before, you go to Pittsburgh or Detroit or Boston, if
they're fans,
they'll kill themselves.
Or Vancouver, they'll kill their city.
No, they'll kill their city. They'll if there's a bad loss, they'll throw themselves off a bridge.
Yeah.
New Jersey, not the same.
Not exactly.
See, I just love it.
I don't even think Rangers fans really are that way either, though. I think Rangers fans, and I maybe it's just because they're so used to their team losing that they've just kind of given up on caring until the end.
Yeah.
But I feel like they really just don't even rally until the end.
Yeah.
So.
Wow.
But now it's World Cup time, so we don't need hockey.
No, we don't.
We have the World Cup.
We don't. Did you watch 1 minute of NBA basketball, by the way?
I watched a few minutes of it, actually. That's another thing. Oh, that's another wild rampage that I want to be on. Sometimes I listen to ESPN radio.
Sure. Colin Cowherd and yes.
And I have to say, I really appreciate that during the Stanley Cup playoffs and the finals, the Rangers were there. They were in the finals. Mm-hmm. New York radio talking about Carmelo Anthony.
Oh, yeah.
All day, every day. If I turned on the radio and I was an idiot and I didn't know about hockey, I would never know that the Rangers were in the Stanley Cup finals because everyone was talking about Carmelo Anthony.
Does that have to do with more of Carmelo Anthony and his antics, or does that have more to do with that hockey just gets a bad rap in this country? I think it's more about... I think hockey's fourth banana. Although...
Man, are you following our Twitter feed? It's blowing up.
It's blowing up. Yes.
He lives 30 minutes outside of Redback. I mean, shit.
Cool.
He could be here before the end of the podcast.
Yeah, dude, come here.
Yeah,
the show,
we'll get your microphone.
That'd be awesome if he burst in.
He just walks in the back door.
Wait a minute, I didn't make fun of you. I'm a Devils fan.
He walks in
I wanted the Rangers to lose. Oh, all right, dude.
Oh my god.
All right, bro. Dude, come down to Philly, man. Come hang out at the party.
And the Tom, Steve, Dave, Ant engineer apparently just tuned in, missed an hour of the show, why the time change, you'll hear, if you listen back on the show, that I'm working the graveyard shift tonight.
At the Wawa. I'm going to job at the Wawa.
I'm working the local McDonald's
She's working
tonight.
at the sandwich bar.
My job, we're doing a floor set change, and I'm working 8 o'clock until 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
So we're podcasting right now. You would. I feel like with the Carmelo Anthony thing, like I feel like.
Wait, what did he do for anybody? What's going on with him for anybody?
Oh no, people are just like, that's the thing, like nothing. They're talking about how he's such a good player. He's, and they want him to come back to the Knicks because he could do great things for the Knicks, but like maybe he's a better player and he should go somewhere else. And I'm like, we're gonna spend like 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, talking about where Carmelo Anthony is gonna go next season instead of talking about the Rangers.
Have you ever been an NBA fan?
No.
No, never?
No. I'm trying to get into it.
I was really into the NBA. I mean, this is going to date me, but 1988, 89, 90, the Detroit Pistons-Lakers rivalry. I grew up in Michigan, so
you were a Detroit fan.
So I hated the Lakers.
Well, I'm pretty
Remember
much
the Showtime Lakers?
I'm
they were
pretty
like
much a fan of anybody who hates the Lakers. So
okay.
Because Kobe totally raped that girl.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did he?
Yes.
Okay. Why are you laughing?
Because I had this conversation earlier.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
That's all said and done. We don't have to dredge that up.
No,
did you ever read the whole transcript of it's actually kind of
humorous.
It is funny only because he starts cursing himself.
Yeah.
He feels bad because his wife's gonna find out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
So you used to be a fan.
Yeah, I used to be an NBA fan. That's when I thought the NBA was cool. It was like team versus team. Yeah, like Jordan and the Chicago Bulls, Jordan, Pippen, Dennis Rodman. Remember that?
Yeah,
Dennis Rodman wasn't normal, but
he wasn't normal. Has he ever been normal?
No, but he was interesting at least. He was fun to watch.
Yeah,
he was a good player too.
Yeah,
back in those days. And I had a friend who was rabid about the Lakers. Loved the Lakers, so I loved rubbing that in his face.
Well, I mean, they were talking
Bill
about
Laimbeer.
I was just saying they've been talking about that a lot and about LeBron and comparing him to Jordan.
I hate LeBron.
I dislike LeBron too. I think he's a good player. I think he does good things. Yeah. I don't think he's anywhere near Jordan level.
No way.
I don't think anybody's ever going to come near Jordan level.
Not. And Jordan. He had cocky moments, but it wasn't like
LeBron cocky.
Like the decision. Get out of here.
So needless to say, I'm sick of hearing about that on radio, New York sports radio, where they should be talking about the Rangers, and instead they're talking about the NBA season for next year because their NBA teams are clearly not in the finals because the Knicks are terrible.
Right.
So that's all I'm saying about that. That's my second grudge of the week about the Rangers.
But who cares about either of those?
It's soccer season.
Yes, congratulations to San Antonio Spurs, by the way. Thank you for taking down the freaking Heat. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like the Heat.
No, San Antonio's I think they're a likable team, if anything.
San Antonio?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say that.
Maybe even vanilla but
vanilla.
Maybe even a little vanilla.
So it's soccer season.
It is.
It's
World Cup season.
It's World Cup season.
Okay.
Soccer season's ended.
Right. Now I need you to school me. I know nothing about the World Cup.
You had the cutest text to me the other day.
Well, yes.
It was the most adorable thing, and I told everyone at work about it because I was walking into work. I said something to Ming about who cares about hockey? It's the World Cup now, blah, blah, blah. And Ming's text to me was, that sounds fun. Where can we go watch a game?
Yeah. I thought, maybe they'd be playing a game up in New York.
I was like, Brazil, Ming. They're all in Brazil.
Yeah. So we really have to go to Brazil?
We have to go to Brazil.
Is it I really know nothing. Do they play them in different cities in Brazil? Or is it at the same
Yes, they
place?
play them all over Brazil.
Okay. Isn't Brazil every 4 years when they do this?
No.
Okay, so each different host country?
Each time there's a World Cup, it's
They've
different.
done it here. That I remember they did in the U.S., right?
And the next one's in Qatar or something like that.
Oh, Qatar?
Yeah.
Qatar, QA.
Which apparently there's a very strict dress code there.
Sure. Okay, are they allowed to wear those short shorts, those umbros?
Well, I was gonna say, women have to cover themselves completely. So apparently there's already signs and already public announcements saying that like any visitors to the World Cup have to abide by this dress code. And I'm like, you want women like dressing themselves in like black shawls to go watch World Cup? Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Like people, and that's like the thing. So I don't know. I mean, each time they pick a place, they pick like alternates.
Oh, okay.
In case there's like a war,
right.
or in case like the country ceases to exist. Yeah. I mean, that's why like Ukraine's.
You think Qatar is going to be cut out?
Possibly. I mean, like I don't know why it should have ever been selected anyway, but the idea is to bring soccer all around the world. So it's World Cup time.
Okay, Brazil this year.
Brazil. Okay. Go for the soccer. Stay because you've been murdered.
Right. And so, how many countries are we talking about total?
Well, they're divided into groups of 4.
Okay, like pools. Is it still called pools?
Yeah, like they're like
B.
Group A, Group B.
Yeah.
And let me grab it on my thing.
How many pools are there?
I forget honestly how many. Who's in what?
Even if you don't care about soccer, you should kind of care about this because anytime you walk into the sports bar, that's all they're going to be playing from here until. Like, how long does this tournament go for?
Few weeks.
It's July, June, so it'll be over sometime in July.
Yeah.
Okay.
So so it's groups A through H. And you have to make it past. This isn't like an elimination round. So today, for example,
it's like double elimination.
It's whoever gets the most points. You all play each other,
yes.
And whoever gets the most points.
If you win, you get like what 1 point or something.
3 points.
And if you lose,
if you draw, you get 1 point.
Okay.
If you lose, you get 0 points.
Right.
So the top 2 teams go on to the next.
Okay.
Bottom 2 teams get
Gone.
cut.
Okay.
So
who are you?
Four groups per team. 4 teams per group.
Okay.
A through H. It's pulled at random.
Oh, okay. They don't not by region.
It's pulled at random, and somehow my team that I root for always ends up in what they call like
Portugal,
the death group. Are
you rooting for Portugal?
I am rooting for Portugal.
Are you? Okay, that's cool.
In the Champions League, when I root for Manchester City, they always get like the worst group that like they're clearly not beating anybody. So some of the teams that are playing, Brazil, Mexico, Cameroon, Croatia, Netherlands, Chile, Australia, Spain, Colombia, the Ivory Coast, Japan, Greece, Costa Rica, Italy, England, Uruguay, France, Switzerland, Ecuador, Honduras, Argentina, Iran. That one was like a shocker to me. Nigeria, Bosnia, Germany, Ghana, United States, Portugal, Algeria, Belgium.
Did you say China? Does China have a team?
No,
Why
they're not there. The Korean
suck?
Republic and Russia. You have to qualify. So
okay. How do you qualify?
They play all the time. Like this is like the World Cup. This is like, the good teams get to do this.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're generally playing all the time for like qualifiers and this and that.
Okay,
you have to beat people like, Ukraine has a team, like clearly they run their team.
Right. Now, like
they run their country.
Now, like England, soccer is very, there's a Premier League and they play all the time. Like, can is the English team stacked with like the all-stars from the Premier League and all that?
No. Well,
or you play for your own country?
You play for your own country. So if you're
Pele, you will play for Brazil.
Yeah. So if you're like lucky enough to be an amazing soccer player and be, born to a country with amazing soccer, then like 2 thumbs up, good for you.
Okay.
But if you're somebody like Cristiano Ronaldo, who arguably is a very good soccer player, you're born to Portugal, that's SOL for you because Portugal ain't winning anything.
Even with him.
They have a great team. He has a big ego though. So
so the other night, as at a sports bar.
So bars do have, there are a lot of bars actually get into it.
It seems like most of them do, which is smart because
you can actually watch all the games on like ESPN. Like, it's like watching Stanley Cup finals. You can watch it on NBC.
Yeah.
You can go to any bar and watch it.
This is on a worldwide level.
Exactly. And this time it's not as bad because the time isn't the worst. But I mean, like, sometimes it'll be like a time shift. Like, obviously, I sometimes will have to wake up at 8 a.m. to watch a soccer
English soccer game, Premier League soccer game.
Exactly.
Yes.
So there's certain teams that when you look at in the World Cup, like, they're not making it past the first round.
Okay, such as Ghana. Ghana have a good team, like awesome team. Like, I don't know, I'm just picking out weird.
Like Greece.
Greece doesn't have a good team.
Like Greece is like clearly not going to the next level.
Like the other night, I turned on TV, or I was at a sports bar, and I was watching the Ivory Coast versus Japan.
Which the Ivory Coast actually has Yaya Toure in it, and Yaya Toure's
what?
Yaya Toure. He's a player on Manchester City.
Yaya. Okay. It's not your
really Ming,
and it's not your grandmother.
Really Ming.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Like you're gonna criticize a name. But a team like Germany, you expect them to obviously be going on. So the hard division or the hard group here is Group G, which is Germany, Ghana, the United States.
Now, in past years, is it like March Madness? Are there like upsets?
Yes, actually, there was an upset already. Okay. I mean, not somebody who's been eliminated yet, but somebody who is very quickly going to be.
And it's a shock. It's going to be shocking.
Yeah, the game the other day. Spain is the returning champion. They were the champions last World Cup.
Okay.
They beat Netherlands.
Okay.
To get that. And Netherlands and Spain played the other day. They just happened to pull each other.
Yes.
And they played the other day. And, the game was kind of going. And Spain is like a great team. They have a lot of talent on that team. They have David Silva on that team. He's like my favorite player in the world. A lot of talent on the team. And then toward the second half, toward the end, Netherlands just like opens up and scores 5 goals within like 15 minutes.
5? That's really bad.
5 goals.
In a game where...
Or like 4 goals. They might have had one before. I don't know. I was like following it via Twitter because I was working.
In a game that frequently ends in like a 0-0 draw.
5-1, Spain, returning champions, lost.
Yes.
That's terrible. That's like a huge upset. So now, I mean, like, I originally went into it, and I had my 3 teams that I think it could be.
Okay.
Which would have been Germany, which is the probable winner.
Okay. Which bandwagon are you jumping on?
Argentina. I'm not jumping on a bandwagon. They have like 6 of the best players in the world. Or they most of the German national team, they play for Bayern Munich. And Bayern Munich is like arguably the best team in the world right now. So they've got a stacked team. They've got like my favorite player in the world playing on their team. So I'm like 2 thumbs up for them. Argentina. Because they also have a stacked team. And I think that they stand a better chance of doing it next World Cup. Right. And I would have said Spain because they're the returning champion. But after watching that, I changed it to Netherlands. After watching that performance,
you jumped on the Netherlands bandwagon.
I jumped onto the Netherlands bandwagon like in a serious way, and I'm like, well, shit, they kind of look nasty. They look nasty good. So
okay.
So Group G. Whoops,
Group G. Is that your group that you're watching?
Well, Portugal's in it.
Okay.
Today, it's Portugal, United States.
Yes.
And this is like unpatriotic of me. I've been called like a dirty traitor because I don't root for America. It's the one thing I do that's Portuguese about me. I root for my soccer team.
If you lived in Portugal, I could see that. And you didn't root for Portugal, I could see people getting on you. The U.S.
Well, I live in the U.S. though.
Seriously, who cares about soccer in this country?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You're the only person I know.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't.
And
really,
maybe some select people from Europe.
I don't really like anybody on the American national team either. Like they're all kind of shitty soccer players.
Like Alexei Lalas, is he on the team?
Like they're all shitty soccer players. Like they're just bad, and they didn't even take like the one guy, Landon Donovan, that I would have liked.
Okay.
So I needless to say, it's ever since I was a kid. I remember like watching, and I was a kid, and it was like Portugal versus Ukraine. Okay. And my mother's Ukrainian, my father's Portuguese. I was like, oh, I'm rooting for Portugal. And ever since then,
Mom like beat you.
Yeah, she like beat me up. Yeah. I don't know. It's the one thing I do that's Portuguese about me. And
did she drink vodka and like beat you up?
She drinks vodka. Yeah.
Because it's the Ukraine.
I drink vodka. That's the one thing I do that's like Russian Ukrainian.
Yes.
And
it's the Ukraine. She is weak.
She's weak.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the one thing I do. So I'm not a dirty traitor. Needless to say, though, I would like it, the 2 teams to go on to the next level. I would like it to be Germany and Portugal.
Okay. Didn't Germany
decimate Portugal this morning? Yes.
Right. It was like 5-0 or something.
4-0. That happened.
I'm sorry. 4-0.
4-0. That happened.
Isn't that what they use?
Needless to say, the Portuguese are not moving on to any next round.
All right.
So
I'm gonna start watching this.
You are.
I am.
Do me a favor.
Yes.
Don't root for Germany.
Okay. Are they the powerhouse apparently?
Well, they are, and my favorite player, like in the world, plays for Germany, and I don't want you being an albatross around his neck.
All right. Thanks. All right. No, I was gonna root for Japan, but then I saw I was in a bar watching the Ivory Coast versus Japan. I was like, "Ooh, this could be an awesome game, right?" And
so you're
actually, it was a good game.
Yeah.
I see a lot of goals being scored by headers.
Yes.
A lot of headers.
You actually do see, I mean, like, I watch soccer all the time, and you do see, like, a completely different level of, like, soccer play when you're playing for your country. And I mean, like, I guess I could equate it to like the Olympics and watching hockey, but kind of not even. Like, I mean, like, I feel like teams play better as teams, and on the national team, when they play weaker because they're not used to playing.
I mean, these are like all-star teams.
Yeah, they're like all-star teams, but like I feel like watching like all the people play on Team Canada and Team USA in the Olympics, like I feel like watching them play on the Chicago Blackhawks or the Boston Bruins or the LA Kings, I feel like they played stronger on their individual teams.
Okay.
I feel like most of these players, when they play for their national team,
right,
they play a lot better than they ever do playing.
Well, yeah, you're playing for your country.
Well, yeah. Well, why can't hockey players do that?
It's different.
It is.
This is a worldwide stage.
It is true. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
So
all right, I'll get into this.
So
I want to
yeah.
see some freaking red cards and.
Well, there was a red card today.
Okay.
In the Portuguese game.
I see a lot of diving in soccer, though.
Well, that is the problem with soccer.
Like, do you agree with this?
Yes. And
I see a guy like getting like barely nicked, go down like
and go down and then they have to put him in like a body cast.
He'll start rolling around, and then they wheel. They don't even put out a stretcher. It looks like a big giant orange, like I don't know, like a cake box or something.
Yes.
They
put him in there.
LeBron could have used this thing the other day.
Yeah.
It's like his freaking quad seized up.
Yeah,
or whatever
exactly. Here's the thing with watching dives in soccer.
Okay. It's so entertaining.
It is, and you know that certain teams are going to dive better than others because
they get a reputation.
So there's a few different leagues in the world. There's the English Premier League.
Yes.
There's the Spanish League, which is La Liga.
Yes.
There's the Italian League, which is Serie A.
Okay.
And then there's the German League, which is the Bundesliga. I knew you like that word.
Yes.
So depending on which league they're a part of, it kind of depends on how much they dive too. Like the Italian, Serie A, divers completely. So the Italian team, which a lot of people play, Italians stay within their league. Like watching the Italians play soccer, like all they're doing is falling on the floor and like crying. Like you don't even have to touch them. You can like blow on their greasy heads.
I just love it. They fall and then they look up at the ref, like waiting for him to put up the card.
Spanish League too, La Liga, I feel like they fall a lot too. Yeah. There's a lot of dives and a lot of, crying. Not as much as Serie A, but still it's a significant amount.
All right.
I feel like Barclays, English Premier League, you don't get that as much.
All right, they're a little more hardcore.
You still kind of do. And I feel like the German league, like they don't dive. They just play soccer.
Right.
They don't like screw around. They're just like soccer players.
I would love to see one of these. Let's go to Brazil.
What, like tomorrow?
Not tomorrow. Like you said this thing last couple weeks, right?
Yeah, I got to work.
I gotta work too. Like, can't we just pick a day and then just like?
Are you paying for my plane ticket?
Sure.
I thought you make barely like $10 an hour.
I do, but I'll stop buying freaking $10 juices and we can both afford this.
You don't buy $10 juices. I buy $10 juices.
Yeah.
Well, we could definitely. We can go to the next one. I'll wear black.
Okay, so who's winning it? Who's taking it all?
I think Germany.
Okay.
Germany.
Do you do brackets like in March Madness?
You could.
Like a bracket?
You could.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You could do like brackets. You could do like Fantasy World Cup as well.
You could do Fantasy World Cup.
I saw that
Fantasy
today.
World Cup sounds like the most boring ass thing ever.
It does actually. It sounds like a little.
I mean, I think in this country, soccer just has not taken off because they have football in this.
Exactly, it hasn't. So let's see who's playing right now.
And our buddy here, Joseph Zapata, says the USA plays in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, no, they do. They play at 6:00, which
Where are they playing again?
They're playing Ghana.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that the United States could win that one. If we can't, then I think we have some problems.
Yes.
But
yes. Do you see the U.S. team advancing? Like, I don't even know who's on this team. Like David Beckham, is he on the team? Why are you looking at me like that? I'm just pulling names that I.
You're pulling like bad soccer names.
Pulling names out that I either one know or two like even give a crap about.
You watched a soccer game with me.
I did. It was good.
Yeah, my team lost.
Yeah. And you blamed it on me.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Okay, wait. Let's see what games we can watch. Okay. I set them off on Thursday.
I say, get in anyway.
Okay, Thursday. What are you doing at noon?
I'll be here.
Okay. Well, Thursday, your favorite team, the Ivory Coast, is playing Colombia.
Okay.
At 3:00, Uruguay plays England.
What's this I hear about the World Cup being fixed?
It's not fixed.
I read a story the other day. It was fixed.
Oh yeah,
refs were throwing the game.
For Brazil.
Yeah. That's what I heard.
Yeah, because Brazil played Croatia. It was the first game.
So I imagine there must be like billions of dollars being flown around.
Well, I mean, the same could be said for the refs in the Stanley Cup, and
Sure.
it has been criticized that there were better refs sitting at home than there were officiating the games.
Right, but they weren't taking payoffs to.
How do you know what they were taking?
I don't.
There was also, this one's a good one. I was watching before the England and France game, or the England and Italy game. They were talking about how apparently at the French like soccer like practice camp that they have, there was like a drone spying on them flying over their practice. And then the next thing they're talking about this, the announcers are talking about this. And then the next thing they do is they show like an aerial view of the stadium, presumably taken by a drone. And I'm like, really? Do you think that was like the wisest step to do?
No.
So now everyone's wondering like who's spying on the teams, and I'm like, well, we have to look at the countries. Who has the money for drones?
Jeff Emo and Trainer asks Samantha. Yes, you, Samantha Quintus.
Me.
What sports do you play?
Me.
Sorry, yoga and running don't count. I say they count.
I do. Jesus Christ, I have like 19 of these things I'm not reading. I played soccer when I was growing up.
Okay, so you have an appreciation for.
Yeah, I have an appreciation.
That's cool.
Leaving Brazil after such an embarrassing performance. They should. Actually, they should just pack their bags. They should pack their bags and go home. I used to play soccer. I've played kickball and wiffle ball. Okay, I'm not really a big sport player.
Those are like more drunk college sports.
I'm going to try playing more beach volleyball this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a sport.
Yeah, I know.
Sport. That's not why I watch beach volleyball, but that's a different story for another podcast.
Yeah. So let me catch up on this. Jesus.
Okay. All right. Well, you're looking at that little phone. You need like a friggin'. You need to get some.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got like 5 computers over here. Why don't you lend me one?
We need a cooler setup in here. Once we start rolling in it, once we start doing like live shows that we can book for like 40 grand a night.
Sorry, Agamemnon. We should have pimped out earlier that we were going on at 4.
Yeah, we were just thrown off. That's all right. That's all right. So World Cup, watch it, love it, get into it.
Why do people think I kept saying keytar? I said Qatar. You said keytar.
Okay, it's my fault.
Yeah, I said keytar.
Isn't a keytar a guitar with a keyboard, honey?
Yeah, that's what they're like. Oh, first Hispanics. I said keytar. It's with a Q. I grew up with a Q in my name. Jesus.
All right, so yeah, I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna try to. It would be tough me going in alone on it, but now that I know you're watching and like we can like talk smack and stuff.
Well, yeah.
Talk shit.
I mean, like you got to pick a country first, though.
I'm picking.
You're picking the Ivory Coast.
I'm picking the Ivory Coast.
Okay, you're picking the Ivory Coast.
Because I was gonna pick
no reason.
I was gonna pick Japan, but I saw such a poor performance the other night.
Listen to you talking like, oh man, I've expected better from this Japanese team.
Japanese team, I really did. I'm disappointed. So disappointed. Anybody but Germany? Okay, you got it.
You can't pick Germany. You can't pick Germany because my favorite player in the world plays for that team, and I just want him to do well.
Okay.
He's so adorable.
It'd be better if they had like mascots.
Like the countries?
The country's a mascot? No.
Like the country is the mascot? Like what? Like
the US like Big Nuts or something.
Like Big Nuts.
Like Big Balls or
okay.
I don't know.
And like what? Brazil is like
the
a
Brazilians,
gun, like a gun and like a drug dealer.
Yeah, like a pile of coke.
And like what are we talking about? An Italian is like a pizza running around.
Yeah. I think I'd be
terrible
more into it if it was like that.
It is so terrible.
Yeah, like Germany, like a sausage, the German sausages.
It's terrible.
Like, I'm just saying, like
actually, they're all kind of good except Brazil's.
I'm just saying, like
Brazil's a drug dealer, a Colombian drug lord.
Would you say there was a lot of? I guess there would be a lot worldwide. There'd be like probably a ton of fans. Enough where, yeah. But I'm just saying, if you want to, you know what? Never mind. They don't need mascots. They
have like the country.
It'd just be funner for me as a dirty American
to have like
the mascot. Yeah, because you need more.
I assume I would assume that if America was going to have some kind of mascot, it wouldn't be a set of nuts.
Yes.
It might be like an eagle or something.
Yeah. Jeff Emo Trainer says beach volleyball approved. With big exclamation point.
What if I'm wearing like a burlap sack? Like everyone's,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, everyone's assuming I'm playing beach volleyball in like some skimpy little like bikini that I sell at my job.
Aren't you?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like obviously.
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't be skimpy. I mean, it would have to like cover me so that when I roll in the sand, it doesn't get stuck.
Can I segue for a second? You know why I like being friends with you? Because the other day, I can't even remember why you were down here. We were doing. I don't know. We wanted to. I can't even remember. I didn't give you
why I was in Red Bank. I came to buy a bracelet.
Yeah, and And I was like, oh yeah, I had to give you something or something, and you came down and you're like, yeah, I'm here. I can't wait to show you my bra, the bra I just, my bra. I can't wait to see you my bra. And I'm like, all right.
It was a sports bra.
Because you had just bought one.
It was okay. Some background before we get some hashtag pray for Debbie's coming at me. We know the people who work at another yoga store that recently just opened.
Literally right across the street.
Yeah, it's like a little boutique, a little yoga boutique. And I said I was going to go visit them.
Yes.
And while I was there, I got conned into buying this.
Yeah, conned you?
I'm actually wearing it right now.
Are you really?
Yeah, it's sparkly. Hey. Oh. I like sparkles on clothes.
Everybody.
Yeah,
if it'll be on YouTube, like youtube.com/Ming-Chen.
Yeah, I'm not showing my boobs off. It looks like a little cami on my.
There's a little, there's a little there.
Anyway, I'm also wearing a shirt with a French flag on it. Let's not show off the shirt.
I ain't looking at that.
So anyway, I texted Ming and I was like, I can't wait to show you the bra I just bought.
Yeah, and I'm like, hey, all right. Yeah, exactly. Anyways,
but I wasn't wearing it. It was in the bag.
Right.
Yeah.
And you were like, feel the texture and.
Yeah. Well, it was in the bag.
Yes. It is like all sparkly and.
It is. It's sparkly. It's nice. It gives me a little
oomph.
Yeah, it gives me like a little thing.
Can you play beach volleyball in it?
I could. Okay. I can run in this. Actually, I usually run in just a sports bra and shorts.
Yes.
That made it sound like I was running pantsless down the road.
No, but your shorts are very short.
Yes.
Very scandal.
But they're not tight shorts. I don't run in those skin tight shorts. I do yoga in those skin tight shorts.
Yes. So I say yoga and running do count as sports. In that, if you're gonna
Pixar, it didn't happen. Isn't Pikachu Japan's mascot? Yes.
Yes.
Japan needed to be throwing some Pokemon yesterday.
Yeah, Josie says they need cheerleaders. There we go. It's all about marketing, man.
Well, yeah.
I don't think the World Cup needs to market anymore. They have a worldwide fan base.
Mexican Batman just tweeted in, I assumed you'd be playing beach volleyball naked. And I don't like sand in places it doesn't belong.
Right. There's a lot of places it could get.
It's a little abrasive.
Yeah.
So
World Cup.
So yeah, the World Cup, you have your team, the Ivory Coast.
I do.
You should probably
with their star player
Yaya Torres.
Yaya Torres. Okay, Yaya Torres.
Torre.
Yaya Torre.
If he was a Torres, he'd be playing on Spain.
Right. Yaya Torre. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Mm-hmm. What position does he play? Is he like a striker or a... Is he? Is a striker? Okay, I don't know the position. I don't play soccer. I watch real sports.
So cute about this.
I watch real sports like freaking football.
You're so cute about it.
Hockey.
And that's it.
And baseball. But
that's not. Well, I mean that is a real sport. I can't watch it like I used to.
Baseball. Besides the pitcher,
it's just slow. It's like slow. A little too slow, and unless it's like a happening game.
It's good slow though. It's slow enough where you can go to a game and drink a beer and eat a hot dog and not really. Yeah,
for anything. So you won't pay $10 for a healthy juice that's giving you nutrients and enzymes. Oxidants and all this, but you'll pay $10 for a
ball
beer.
Game? Oh, absolutely. For a what?
For a beer at a ball game?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Absolutely, I will. I won't like it, but I'll do it.
That's ridiculous. It's going to be bad beer. It's going to be like Coors Light.
It is, yes.
So you're going to pay $10 for water.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, for anybody who was wondering, we went up to Boston. Me and Brian.
Yes, Brian did make the trip.
I drove him. Well, maybe that helped.
Well, yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. But Brian made the trip.
I did. Drove his ass out there. We left last Thursday. I arrived at his apartment approximately at 3:30 when we agreed upon. He was packed, ready to go.
Was he waiting outside?
He was waiting outside.
That's cute. That's cute.
Yeah, he was sitting on a short box, waiting for. No, he wasn't on a short box, waiting for me to pick up. Where the hell were you? I thought he said 3:30. No, he was ready to go. We loaded the stuff in my little car and off we went.
There you go.
It's great. On our way to Boston, about a 4.5 hour drive.
And you potted on the way up.
We did.
Obviously?
Yeah, we did.
You pod everything.
We did. Now, before
Ming, I would be actually shocked if when you were having sex, you didn't pod about it.
You don't want to hear those noises.
No, I don't want to hear them, but I would be shocked if you weren't at least saving them for yourself.
No, lovemaking is a private moment which does not need microphones and recording equipment. and mixing boards, and yeah, it's just too much gear, or else I would do it.
It's just too much gear. Okay,
Yeah.
just like a video camera inside.
Yeah,
in the
but
corner.
what has happened in the last month or so is every week we'll get an anonymous package, and we'll open up. There'll be a podcasting headset inside. It looks like a Time Life operator headset with a microphone, and we had discussed getting one for Walt because sometimes he drifts away from the mic. He'll sit back like this.
Oh yeah.
You'll have a hard time hearing him. So somebody sent one for him. No note, no nothing. And these aren't cheap. They're like $200 headset microphones.
Uh-huh.
And then a week later, another one arrived. And a week later, another one arrived. So we have 3 total so far.
It's like a little weird.
Maybe they're thinking about like if there were 3, there'd be one for everybody. So
Are we going to use these in Philly?
no.
No.
Well, you know what? We could because they're light. They're really not hard to transport. You know what? I think we might actually.
I was gonna say I feel like it would be easier because then, like, if we needed to walk and get something,
because these shores are freaking heavy.
yeah,
Yeah.
And there's like 3 of us.
And if we did that, there won't be a feedback problem. Yeah. Okay. Let's use the headsets then. Let's use the headsets.
There's like you got 3 headsets. There's 3 of us potting at this bar, and you wouldn't have to bring a lot of luggage.
Yeah. Anyways, yes, let's do that. So we brought the headset mics up with us.
Yeah. Josie got my back here. You won't pay $10 for juice, but you pay $300 for jeans.
It's different.
For jeans.
That's different.
For jeans that your butt's going to get sweaty in and you're going to like soil.
That's different. That's for another.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah.
I'm like
That's different.
fist pounding you.
That's different.
Yeah.
Like jeans, you don't like put into your body and then you crap it out like an hour later. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, your juice isn't $300. It's $10.
$10 juice is the $300.
It's like a meal. This is like lunch for me.
Okay. If that makes you feel full, is that why you're so damn like freaking thin?
Well, no.
Is that why you have like 2% body fat?
I run a lot.
Okay.
So.
All right. You're very active.
I am.
We're very
I
active.
am.
Yes. So I would shoot. Yeah, we're not going down to Philly together, but if we ever took a trip, yeah, I would bring the headsets and pod on.
Yeah.
the way.
Well, we should just bring them and pod there in them.
Okay.
But okay, so you podded on the way out.
You know what the greatest thing about podding while you're driving is?
What?
Is it makes the trip goes by so much faster.
Yeah, well, you're just talking. I mean, sometimes when I'm driving, I just like talk to myself.
We were talking anyways. It is great going on a road trip with Brian because he'll start bitching about.
Because Brian's there, period.
Yeah, he's there.
It's great going on a road trip with Brian because he's there.
Yeah, and all the stuff he bitches about on Tom Steve Dave. It's like that, but like on a road trip. It's fun.
Nice.
It's cool.
I can not imagine him sitting in your little orange car.
He did. He was comfortable too. I didn't see him like being like, oh god, like he was comfortable.
Okay, fair enough.
He was comfortable. Now, we had the headsets. It's easier to drive at the same time and talk and pod. But I did almost rear into cars 70 miles an hour at one point.
Nice.
I was looking at him while I was talking and nodding my head. And all of a sudden, I'm like, yeah, man, good point. And all of a sudden he's like, stop. And I thought he meant stop talking. And then I look forward and I'm like, oh, no. Stop the car. And I had to swerve to almost kind of avoid hitting the car.
So this is all like on...
It's recorded. He was like, you better not cut that out. I'm like, why would I cut that out? It was the greatest. It was an awesome
nice.
moment.
I want to hear that. You'll have to...
I'll cue it up for you if I can find it.
Play a clip.
Yeah.
So you almost killed somebody. Nice.
We almost killed somebody.
What was...
You're looking at my notes here. What are you looking at here?
Let's see. Almost crashed.
Yeah. We stopped at a rest area. I think it was in Massachusetts, and so we could both go to the bathroom. And we're coming out. And I'm not going to tell the whole story, but there was a dude out there claiming that his car had broken down and he needed money, and he said he lost his wallet and all this stuff. Now, the first indication I thought something was off is I believe Brian was wearing. I want to say it was a Punisher shirt, but I can't remember. And the guy points at it and is like, oh, you like skateboarding, huh? Like that was his opening line to get us to stop.
So, you like skateboarding.
Yes. And he points at his shirt. And I'm like, this is odd. And I'm like, this is going to go somewhere. So I whip out my phone and I start recording the conversation. And I believe I sent the clip to Brian. I'll let him elaborate. I'm not going to ruin this, but I think he wants to talk about it on the next Tell 'em Steve Dave.
Jesus Christ.
So he has the clip.
Okay.
And it should be.
So if you're listening, tune in to Tell 'em Steve, Dave, to find out the the conclusion
of the mess hole scam.
Yes.
We'll call it.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll let him do that. But we reach our destination in a timely manner. We're staying at this baller Westin by the waterfront. And what? Why are you laughing at me?
The amount of times you use the phrase baller.
I'm just saying, it was a very nice hotel.
Yes.
And, we get settled in, we eat, he goes back up. And, what do? I'm in a strange city.
Yeah, you're going to go find some 13-year-olds and college girls.
No, I did not. Now, this con, the Walker Stalker con, we did one in Chicago before. So they had very much of the same crew there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, Thursday night.
Thursday night party.
Wants to drink.
So you went drinking?
We did. Had some beer.
Had some beers.
The local beer there is Harpoon.
Harpoon, yes.
They had an IPA and they had a summer ale. And then so they had this is what I love about Boston. They had a bar out in the lobby, like literally the lobby of the place, and then they had a bar.
Okay.
And I hit both. And again in the bar. Somebody this whole like the con, like we have people who kind of take care of us and set us up. And one of the girls
leather and mayonnaise.
Leather and mayonnaise, sure. One of the girls on our team, she had texted me before. It's like, hey, you haven't met me yet, but I'm part of the team. Let me know if you need anything, or at least that's how I read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always dangerous to say.
Yeah, it's always dangerous to say to Ming Chen.
Yes, but she bought me a double whiskey.
What'd you do? Like text her? So like, hey, I'm here. I need a double whiskey.
No, we kind of she bought 3 of them. We were kind of there, like, hey, this is awesome. Bought around a double whiskey. So
okay, double
whiskeys. Now, at this point, I don't know if I sent you any texts, but I might have in your log of Thursday night.
No, Thursday night. I don't believe you did.
Okay.
The that comes later.
I'm shocked. I text a lot when I.
Yes, you do.
I like to text.
I was gonna say sometimes too. You'll gauge it. Like if I don't answer right away, like you maybe in your head, like I'm sleeping or I'm busy or something.
I'll stop?
Yeah, you stop. But like if I answer you and we start talking, you just like go for
really. First, I need like a string.
It's just like I have like a little like ding that goes off on my phone. It's just like ding, ding, ding.
Oh, okay.
Ding. I was like, it's Ming.
Yeah, he's drunk. He's drunk.
Yeah,
again.
There you go. So
he's messed up. He's effed up again.
My favorite text, actually, it is my favorite text.
Yes.
Was I guess it was Saturday.
Saturday night, yes. Had a good time Saturday night.
No, not Saturday night. Saturday day.
What did I say?
You went to yoga.
I did.
I think I texted you something about, I don't even know what I texted you. And you were like, oh, I just got out of a great yoga class.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, and at this point you hadn't told me if Brian was with you or not.
Right.
And I was like, oh.
Oh yeah, you kept, is Brian there?
Yeah.
There?
And finally you said, yeah, Brian's here. He was at yoga with you. Or something.
He wasn't.
Okay, that was what I wanted to clarify because I said.
Oh no, you had asked me if he was.
Yeah, if he was
in Boston,
there,
and I think you misinterpreted it.
No.
As like
I said you said is Brian there or something, and you said just got out of yoga. That was the text message.
Oh, and so you interpreted it as like we just got.
Yeah,
out of
and
yoga.
I'm like thinking, like I spent like the entire day thinking. I don't think Brian does yoga.
Yeah, and you were like with Brian, and I was like, yes, exclamation.
Yes.
You misinterpreted it.
Yes. And like, I knew something had to be wrong. So I'm like, there's no way that Brian got up early to go to yoga with you. Like, there's no fucking way that happened.
And no, it did not happen.
Yes. Thank you for clarifying that. I was like literally thinking about that for a really long time that day. I'm like, Brian?
Yeah.
At yoga?
Yeah. No, we probably should have cleared. This is how wars happen. Miscommunications and all that.
I don't think I'm going to go to war over Brian's downward dog.
No. Although if you see Brian's downward dog, it may be that
terrible.
There may be some kind of war going on.
It's terrible.
Yes. No, I woke up from my drunken stupor early Saturday. I went exploring the city of South Boston. Took a yoga class. I went to a place called Flower Plus Water, which was like a bakery / breakfast joint.
Okay.
I wandered into the store that was open next door, and they had like a whole section of gluten-free beer. So
none of it's good.
There's a place, one called Glutenberg.
Yep.
Sucks.
Yeah, it sucks.
Okay.
Oh, I remember this now. You were sending me pictures.
Yeah.
And then you sent me the Southern Tier creme brulee,
Oh yeah.
which you could actually get around here.
Oh, you can.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
delicious. And if you mix it with the Southern Tier chocolate that they have.
Chocolate creme brulee.
No, it's just like Southern Tier chocolate.
Okay.
And then Southern Tier creme brulee.
Okay.
It comes out like a chocolate creme brulee.
Nice.
It's delicious though.
I'd never seen it before.
I was just saying, I've tried to do it with. I was trying to do it with the bottles. When you can buy it like that, but
Yeah.
it doesn't come out tasting quite as delicious as when somebody pours it from a tap and does half
Never
and half
does.
for you. Exactly.
does.
So yeah, Southern Tier creme brulee is like
trying to one up because I've never seen it. Like, look what I found. You're like,
you'll never one up me with
I
beers.
don't know. They had a whole shelf full of Japanese beers.
Well,
Should have taken a photo. They're $5 a bottle though, and I'm like, I ain't paying $5 a bottle for this. It can't be that good. Can it?
$5 a bottle.
Yes.
Like
Not even
this isn't even $10.
not
This
even-
is
it wasn't even like a 12-ounce bottle. It was like a 10-ounce bottle. But it was from Japan, so
well, yeah. There you go. Those are like your people.
yeah. But I ain't paying $5 a bottle for my people.
No, you just pay $300 for jeans.
That's different.
Sewn by
Nobody-
little 4-year-old your people.
No, they're made in well,
in a sweatshop in Japan.
they're made in Japan. Maybe you're right.
In the sweatshop. That's why they have to pay. That's why you have to pay $300. Because the souls of the children.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
so anybody, if you're a Walking Dead fan, you want to be at the Walker Stalker Con.
Yeah, I was gonna say the one-
22 cast members.
The one that you were talking about sounded really good in Chicago a few months ago.
Yeah, this one was huge. Kings of the Con, definitely Lauren Cohen and Steven Yeun.
Okay.
Good for them. They're really cool.
Yeah.
Both of them. I love them
Was
both
Andrew
to death.
Lincoln there?
He was not. He's only done one con ever, and that's the Walker Stalker they did in Atlanta last year.
Okay, well,
Which is our
that's
very first one.
that's Atlanta.
And
That's like where the show.
the story I heard is, the cast members will come out and they'll charge for autograph. They gotta make money,
Yeah,
and
they got to buy juice too.
and if you look at how many people are in their line, they're doing very well at these cons. Let's just put it that way. If you want to do the math, say they charge $40 an autograph and they get 2,000 people. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good math.
Pretty good bankroll, right?
Pretty
there.
good math.
Pretty good bank. You do the math.
Yeah.
And but good on that. I've met every one of them that I've met has been just really cool. Like some will like hang out with you. Like I was watching hockey with if you're caught up on the show, I was watching hockey with the dude who plays Abraham, Michael Cudlitz.
Yes, I am.
Which was cool because
Is that when you were asking me? You asked me if I'm caught up on the show.
yes.
And then you never answered me.
Okay,
And
I was trying to send you
I was like Walking Dead or Comic Book Men, and you never answered. And I was
my
like,
signal died.
I was like, screw this, I'm going to sleep.
My signal died. So
2 in the
Michael
morning.
Cudlitz, you may know him from either as Abraham on The Walking Dead, or as the dude from Band of Brothers, or from Southland.
Yeah, he's been in a bunch of
Yeah,
things.
but I think someone asked him, was like, "Hey, do you like hockey?" He's like, "Well, I never really liked hockey until I got cast in Mighty Ducks 3, and I learned to appreciate the game." He was in Mighty Ducks 3.
Who was he?
I can't remember his character's name. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it.
I can't remember him.
He was one of the players. I don't know if he was on the Mighty Ducks or maybe on one of the opposing team, but he was like, how many people can be like, "Yeah, I was in a Mighty Ducks movie." Like he's sitting right next to you watching the Stanley Cup Finals. I thought that was
Fair
cool.
enough. It's you watch what? Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah, and the dude who plays Eugene was hanging out watching hockey with us. He was a really cool guy, really awesome guy. So, that was cool. They had this little green room. They could go and hang out and eat lunch and have snacks. and stuff.
Leather and mayo.
Yes, the leather and mayo green room. So every so often you'd wander in there, and Lauren Cohen would be in there drinking water or something.
Yeah,
It's still cool to me because I like the shows. I like the
there you go.
I like the show a lot.
Yes, you do. You
well,
like
it
her,
was-
you like her a lot too
I do.
because she's a female
She's very cool.
and she's a female.
She's a very cool female.
Yeah, well, she's a female.
Yeah. Well, it's cool seeing that contrast because if you walked by them when they were signing in line, there's literally a mob of people, 1,000 people deep, and then you see them, just
chilling.
just chilling.
Just chilling. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
So
and then so you've watched the show.
yes.
So they did there's a panel called the Dead Men of the Walking Dead.
Okay.
The panel consisted of the cast members they had there that had died.
Oh, that's nice.
So this would be Jose Cantillo, who played Martinez,
Mm-hmm.
one of the governors. If you watch the show, The Governor, there's a golf scene, very memorable golf scene where that's shouldn't ruin it, but that was a couple seasons ago.
But he died.
Yes, a very memorable death.
Yes.
Yeah, really cool guy. Like super cool. I know I keep saying this, but seriously, Daniel Thomas May, who played, he came into the prison later on, also dead. Oh yeah.
But most people are dead.
Yeah. Travis Love, who was also one of the government's men. He was a bowman. His name was Shumpert.
Shumpert.
Yes. And Nick Gomez was one of the prisoners. So they were doing a panel, and I'd conspired with some other people at the con.
Conspired.
So Nerf is one of the sponsors of the
Okay.
con. So they always bring out guns. They always have like an area. They have these crossbows called the Zombie Strike. So you can go and you can shoot targets and stuff.
Nice.
Yes. Now Jose kind of took it a step farther, and starting, I guess, from the last con, he would grab a gun and just start shooting people. He'd go around shooting people. So, and it escalated into like a thing.
Okay.
Like, we would just kind of shoot each other at random. Like,
I actually have a picture of me looking all sexy with a Nerf gun.
do you
I'm fully clothed. I just need to state that.
put that shit on Twitter, man?
Yeah,
Can you find it?
If I can find it.
So it kind of became a thing. So while they were doing this panel, we got a little army together, and we ambushed their panel with Nerf guns and silly string,
Okay.
and we attacked them, and they didn't see it coming, and it was cool.
I'm listening. I'm looking for this
Yeah,
picture.
if you're at the panel, we shot, and there was the animal, and everybody was. I think the audience had a good time, and the darts they shot out were all signed by them, so that was kind of cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, a little cross promotion with Nerf.
That's pretty cool,
Yeah,
actually.
and if I think you look, it's probably on Twitter. You'll see a picture of me on stage with them. That's because I was standing around. All of a sudden, I feel someone pick me up and carry me to the stage.
Because that's normal.
Yes, and it was Jose.
Okay.
So, yeah, I was up there. That was fun. So what happens the next day when me and Brian do the comic book man panel? They come and they get me back.
How'd they get you back?
They formed their own army and shot me in the ass multiple times.
They shot you in the ass.
I don't know how,
multiple
but
times.
but one of the dudes got like an automatic Nerf gun with like, it had like
Yeah, you can get those.
yeah, it had like this barrel clip, like a Tommy gun clip. Where you
Yeah,
get to load
I have
100
one of
rounds
those.
in there.
Oh, well, 100 rounds. Yeah.
Can I borrow it? Do you have one?
Not with 100 rounds. I have one with like 30.
I might need to borrow that. Apparently, what had happened is he goes out on Twitter and is like, "Hey, you come to the con? Bring me Nerf guns." And somebody brought him
People bring Nerf
that.
guns.
So I got shot in the head like 30 times, and I don't know if you've been shot with a Nerf dart at close range.
It could sting a little bit.
It says Nerf on it. That shit hurts, man.
I remember I had short hair.
Yeah.
So
Now I kind of had an inkling they were going to do this, so I brought a crossbow and a kind of silly string. I kind of hid it on stage, and
you left Brian defenseless.
yes. Well, it's funny. They came and ambushed me, and like he didn't even bat an eye. He sat there like, "You guys are idiots. You guys are fucking morons." So I posted a photo of the moment I realized that they were coming to get me, and I dove across the stage to grab.
They're coming behind you.
That's basically how it was.
I'm kidding.
So, I had my GoPro with me, so I have video footage of this. I'll post this on YouTube. It's kind of fun. I woke up this morning with a message saying, "Hey, Nerf might want to use that footage," and I'm like, "In what? Like a commercial? Like that would be cool."
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah. So
There's my picture.
Nerf gun Oh, hey, you should post that. What's the story behind that picture?
Someone told me I was holding a Nerf gun. They were like, "Oh man, it looks like like badasses with guns." And I was like, "Oh, badass with gun," and that was the picture that was snapped.
You sent the picture.
Yeah.
All right, right on. So, yes, that Saturday night, my friend Steven lives in Boston. I hadn't seen him in a while. He invited me out to a party at a bar. It's called I walked in there. There were kiddie pools everywhere, and I'm like, "What's going on?" It's like, the theme is Wet Hot American Summer after the movie.
There you go.
And I'm like, all right. It's like, why aren't the pools filled with anything? He's like, no, the pools are kind of there because we're doing body painting. We're body painting people.
Yeah, this is the I was laying around watching TV and I got a text message. Go check my Instagram feed. And
Did I say that?
Yeah, that was your text
Okay.
message.
All right.
And I go to check your Instagram feed. And it's like a picture of you topless with like Pac-Man on your chest,
Yes.
and then standing next to another topless man
Yes.
with like a watermelon on his
Yes.
chest, and standing next to a girl with a top on, like a cherry on her face.
It was a Czech flag that I painted on her, but yes.
Oh, it looked like a cherry.
A cherry? Okay. It wasn't a cherry, it was a Czech
There's
flag.
this one too.
You should post those. Those are kind of... I like the lighting on that. They're very artistic.
Yeah, well, that's what my Hipstamatic app does.
Yeah, so I got body painted, and I was drinking a beer out there that was called UFO, local brewery. I'm not sure what the UF or O stands for. I didn't.
Yeah, that's the one that whoever tweeted us the other day that we gotta try that UFO.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were tweeting us about it.
I tried it, and I tried it again, and I tried it again, and then I tried it again.
And then you were drunk.
And I liked it. Yes, but there was body painting involved. Now, those people kind of take care of me that I mentioned, our team. I guess one of them had seen the picture and thought I was in trouble.
Okay.
Of some sort. Like this team, they also represent a lot of people from The Walking Dead. For example, Michael Rooker, who perhaps gets into a lot of trouble and may need perhaps rescuing if he's out on his own.
Yeah,
they thought I was in trouble. So I was actually I was about to call it a night. It's about 1:30. I'm about to leave the bar and find a ride back.
Okay.
When this black SUV comes to a screeching halt in front of the bar, and three people jump out and they grab me. They're like, and they get me into the car, and we go back to the hotel. And it was, my team, my beloved team.
That's
and I'm like,
kind of weird.
And I'm like, what's going on? They're like, you're in trouble. We're here to rescue you. And they took me back I'm like, I'm fine, guys. I was about to call a Lyft ride and come back home. And
well, there you go. So people just like swooped in like a black car.
They were looking out for me, and I appreciate that. So thank you very much. Yeah, they swooped in. So fun night, man. And I didn't stop there.
No,
there's a little hotel party in the presidential suite. So
hotel party in the presidential suite.
And there was scotch. A little Glenfiddich. Yeah, and I think we were watching soccer too, so it was cool.
Oh, soccer!
Yeah.
Well, needless to say, I'm working 8 a.m. on Saturday morning.
Okay.
I have to be at Solstice Yoga.
Okay.
Because it's the summer solstice, and we're having a yoga class at my job.
Okay.
So, let's not get me too wasted where I need like a black car to come and pick me up and rescue me.
Right. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Right.
Right. All right. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. But yeah. So me and Brian did the Comic Book Man panel. We recorded the audio. That'll be up shortly with video.
Now, my last question is:
yes?
This officer.
Yes.
I keep seeing pictures with that. Oh,
yeah. If you go on Twitter, MingChan37. So Saturday night, Brian was like, hey, you want to go? Let's go get some lobsters. We're in Boston. I like lobsters.
Baller.
Lobster, yeah.
Yeah, baller dinner.
So we find this joint that does a very reasonably priced lobster.
Okay.
He got the Big Daddy, like 2-pounder.
Okay.
So we do that. And we're leaving. We're passing this food truck festival. And this cop is like, hey, kind of starts walking toward us somewhat menacingly. And I thought maybe... I don't know. I was like, what
I'm looking at this picture.
Yes.
I mean, I know. I said I was wearing clothes, and I am wearing clothes.
Okay, yes.
But the one I posted, it actually, it could go either way.
Yeah. All right. Well, give him a little, oh, I like this picture. Yeah, you can't tell.
Yeah, I'm like kind of looking at it, like the lighting. Like the first one I showed you, definitely you could tell I had a shirt on.
Yes.
This one, it could go either way.
All right. Sick shot. I like
my eyebrows.
I'm going to retweet this.
Pretty thick back then. I should grow my eyebrows out again.
You look good. So what was it? Oh, so we're going. Officer calls us over. Like, hey, we're like, what do we do? He's like, hey, I'm really big fans of you guys. Hey,
oh.
And it was great. So we started talking about the show. And for some reason, he's got all this swag on him, and he starts handing us patches and buttons, and he's like, hey, I got some hats, and it starts giving and it gives us stuff. I'm like, oh, this is cool. He just started giving us Boston Police swag, which I think I have on me. I might.
Nice.
And we started talking about the show. He tells us that he's going to be working at the con the next day. So I'm like, yeah, stop by. And we started taking selfies and stuff like that. It was cool. He was just a fan of the show.
I was just saying, yeah.
Oh, and he gives us his card. He's like, hey, if you ever need anything, give me a call. As in, like if you get caught with a mountain of cocaine and prostitutes.
He's probably going to pretend he doesn't know you.
I might be able to get you out of this.
Yeah.
Get out of jail free card. Get out of jail free card.
Mountain of cocaine and prostitutes.
Yeah. So the next day, we did see him. We hung out with him.
Yeah.
And, we at a con, you do a thing what's called like a professional photo op.
Yeah. We've talked about
background and all that. And we saw him. I was like, dude, come on, let's get a picture. Let's just do this.
Yeah. These are the pictures I saw of like him, like, you.
So we got the normal one, and then we're like, hey, can we do a funny one? Well, Brian was like, hey, can we do one where Ming's kneeling down and you're like about to shoot him in the head? And we're like, you know what, that could get you fired. But he's like, I do the Billy Club.
There you go. There you go.
So we did the
There you
Billy
go.
Club
We could do the
photo
Billy
where he was
Club.
about to like knock me into submission.
Okay.
And Brian posted the photo. Brian,
Yes, that's the one I saw.
At Tell Him Steve Dave's
Yes.
saying, Ming Chen got caught with 87 pairs of
High-heeled shoes.
Yeah, because that's what I'm into. Like, you knew that, right?
Yeah,
Did you know that?
I did.
Okay, well, now even if you didn't.
I mean, that's why I wear flats.
No, is it? So I don't get all like lightheaded when you do this?
Yeah, exactly. So you're not like, oh my god, look at her muscular calves.
You do have very nice calves.
I do.
Yeah, because you run so damn.
Because I run.
It's nice. Yeah, so that's the origin behind that cop photo. I guess I could retweet it if I'm, or just go to Tell Him Steve Dave's Twitter account. You can see that photo. It's very, very
funny.
It's very funny.
Yes.
Yes. So I think that's all I got. Anything
Yeah, I have to go to work.
That sucks, man. I really do hope you get out at midnight.
Yeah,
but that
we
means
should.
you're gonna like not get paid. You could sit on your ass until 4 a.m. and get paid for it.
But yeah, I probably wouldn't do that. I'll just go home and sleep.
All right, that's probably a better idea.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you're listening, come out, Philly.
Come out, Philly
if
on
you're
Friday.
going to Wizard World, spread the word. Everybody invited.
Yes, everybody's invited. If
You
you're
wanna
in Philly, if
impress-
you're near Philly, if you're 30 minutes away from Red Bank.
Yeah, if you're a dude or a lady and you want to impress, a cosplayer of the opposite sex, like, yo, you want to go to the baller party?
Yeah, so you're drinking a Guinness.
Come to the Field House at Philly, 7 p.m.
Yes.
Meet Samantha Q.
Yes.
Hang out with me and Mike.
Yes.
Brian Johnson might show up.
Might
Surprise
show up.
guest. Yeah, drink some freaking awesome Dew Claw beers.
Exactly.
And get a taste of Snicked. And win a costume contest.
Win a costume contest.
Prizes. I'm bringing down my own prizes. Cast signed comic book man poster.
Wow.
What else was it going to bring? Oh, LA Ming's shirts.
LA Ming shirts. I wear one and they're fun.
Yeah. We wear LA. You don't wear the LA Ming. Hey, you could.
No, I'm gonna look all sexy and shit.
Oh yeah?
No.
Well, no. Say yes, so they'll come.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll be half naked.
Okay. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, awesome. And yes, so the Field House.
Pray for my boyfriend.
Yes. So and Mike Z. Mike
Z in the house.
In the house. Podcasting.
So
all right. I think that's all I got for today. You go to work.
I'm gonna go to work.
I don't know if this pod was better or worse because we didn't drink beer.
Yeah.
I think it was just good because we're good.
I think it was just,
because we're
fun.
Because we're fucking awesome.
Yeah, we're fucking awesome.
Yeah. So shoot. So yeah, I don't have my like toodaloo motherfucker clip here. Someone was mad because I didn't use it last time.
Really?
Well, he was upset. He was like, "What happened to the Hangover clip from the Hangover?" I'm like, "Shoot, man, I forgot about it."
Well, where is it?
It's on my other computer. I couldn't use my other computer today, so I'm uploading our video from last week.
Do you have any fun ones in there?
Do I have anything fun here? No, I mean I have this.
Jackie Chan's a huge pop star.
Have you heard
He
the
can-
Ching
that
Chong
guy can
song?
sing. He's the man, and he can kick ass.
What is the music like? Is it like lovey-dovey type?
Well, yeah, okay. If you
Ching,
can,
ching, chong.
if you can mix those two, then yes.
This is the Ching Chong.
I think this is a good way to end the show. It's like rolling the credits.
Is it? Okay. All right. Well, thank you for listening, everybody.
Thank you.
And this is Ming Chen. Say your name.
I'm just in shock. And this is Samantha Quintus.
Thank you for listening, everybody.
Yes. See you in Philly.
See you in Philly.
This has been a production of Smodco Internet Radio. Sir, only at smodcast.com.